Suck our dicks!
Yeah!
Suck our dicks! Suck our dicks! Suck our
It
dicks!
just doesn't
Suck
matter.
our dicks!
It
Yeah!
just doesn't matter.
Dicks!
I
Suck
tell you, it
our
just
dicks!
doesn't matter.
Suck our
It
dicks!
just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It
Little woman I love is named Ramona. She kinda looks like Tempest Storm, and she can dance like a little Egypt. She works down the snake farm. Snake farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake farm, it pretty much is snake farm. It's a reptile house, snake farm. Ramona's got a keen sense of humor. She got a tattoo down her arm. It's of a python eating a little mouse wearing a sailor hat that says Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. I asked Ramona how come she works there. She says, well, it's got its charm. There's nothing to do in the winter now, then some kid gets bit at the Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. This is a sing-along. Really. It goes Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. It ain't exactly kumbaya, but being the music fog, it ought to be perfect. Help me now, be on TV. It said Snake Farm, just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Getting into it now. Well, Ramona likes malt liquor and a band from Wales that's called The Alarm. She said she cried when they broke up. She still plays the record at the Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Sometimes Ramona calls me up and says, come on down here, it's getting warm. And she runs everybody off, and we, it's Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Help me now. I said Snake Farm, just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm.
Nickelodeon. Is that a toilet?
It's hiding
Yeah.
deep beneath the surface, lurking, waiting for the perfect time to unleash its fury. There's no escaping. It will find you and engulf you. It's everyone's worst nightmare. A vile predator that attacks without warning. It's coming for you right now. A farting frenzy as shard after shard joins the horrible melee. Grab your extra pair of boxer briefs and head for the hills. It's Shark Week, only on ClusterF.
That's right, it's Shark Week. Shark Week on ClusterF. Even Berlin's on time for Shark Week.
Woo! Can't miss it.
Doesn't want to miss a single shark. Worked out pretty good yesterday. You're pretty gassy.
I'm not feeling too gassy today. I might need some help.
You
From the
know,
rest of the
What
crew.
would that be?
That'd be you guys farting.
Oh.
I never fart during the show hardly ever. And yesterday after the show, about half an hour, just like I was like you, and I was like, man, this could have really helped the show.
Imagine how mad you'd be at me for that situation you just took.
It's like
How
Tracy-
many did you record? How many are did you
Record.
save any?
Yeah, that's what he says to you all the time.
I should have recorded them.
I gotta
Shoulda,
I
I
gotta
shoulda.
record a shower shart.
Wow.
Ew, what?
It's the best place to shart.
I mean, I
Yes.
I guess I'm a weirdo and nobody does this, but anytime
I don't even want to know.
anytime I fart in the shower, I cup my hand over my butthole and let it fill up with water, and then it's a big old bubbling farts.
Ew.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Farts in his
Sounds
own
amazing.
hand.
I'm gonna record a
I
shower
just-
fart.
I've never once ever
Shower
even considered that as an option.
Oh my
no,
God,
but a
you
bunch
gotta
of people
start-
in chat are gonna try it now.
Oh, you know everybody. You gotta
I know. You see, I've heard you say that before, and
Yeah.
I never tried it. I
cup
never
the butt
tried
and
it.
fart.
Don't.
No intention on trying it.
Mom's like really disgusted by it, but I bet she doesn't.
Yeah, she's done it.
I would never even think of it.
No, who
Like,
would even
never
think
even
of
think
that?
of it. Wouldn't even cross my mind.
I like to plug up the hole, fill up the bottom of the shower, and then sit in it. And that was a joke. Right.
Trace was like really excited.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
I bet. I think I've done. Yeah, I think I've farted on a bathtub before with water in it, and you can hear it like
Oh, yeah.
shakes the
It
tub.
makes a
almost.
reverberation.
The reverb on
It's
that
like a
is-
metallic sound. It's there's a lot of fart talk this week, but it's Shark Week. I mean, normally we're not we don't talk about farts that much on this show.
Snookman says, by far the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. Right. Trace's
wait till you hear
questionable
it.
caddy, 23 months.
Thank you very much.
Trace's questionable caddy. Yep. You're right. Every time I hear that, I always think like a golf caddy, and I'm like, he has a weird caddy? Oh, that caddy. I did have a dream, actually.
Oh God.
We all... The
Don't tell me
I'm
your
ready
dumb
now.
dream.
Yeah.
Don't tell me your dumb dream. Don't tell me I don't wanna know.
There was a hype train. It was close, and we were watching it on our phones. We were watching our show on the phone, and we all went, hype train, hype train, hype train. And then we got hype train.
Hype train.
Hype train, hype train, hype train, hype train, hype train, hype train.
It's a dream come
I don't
true.
know if dreams do come true.
Don't tell me your dumb dream.
Come on, guys, make my dream come true. Poor
Pretty
Berlin.
lame.
Don't tell me your dumb dream. Don't tell me your dumb dream. Don't tell me I...
We got a lot. We also got this is okay, it's on down. Let's never mind.
Trace's
I gotta
questionable
find it.
caddy. Are you anyone that used to be a different name that we...
I'm trying. Yeah, he definitely changed his name.
Yeah, we went through this.
Recently after the the whole caddy deal. But us, we forget things.
Oh, Brandon
No, we
Brooks.
don't.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
wrote that down.
we
Even.
went-
So I
went
wrote
through-
that down.
We went through this
somewhere.
exact same thing, and none of us remember it. We'll write it down again. So 2 weeks from now, we can go now. Craziest
We
question.
need to write it on the wall. Brenda Brooke is now.
Everybody's got to have a equation. Of
I do
whose
like
they
the name
were.
better though. Trace's questionable caddy.
Did I tell you about my chocolate disaster?
Oh God.
Was that have anything
a
to do with sharts?
No, it doesn't.
Where he let some kind of chocolate melt in his car?
Yeah, you know.
In his pocket.
I had this big old bar of chocolate. I don't usually buy chocolate. I would just
Yeah.
feel
You're not
it.
a chocolate guy, man.
But I went to get some cherry juice at the store for my gout. God,
Right, for
everything
the
I say
gout.
just seems to fucking be
Be
like the
a gout.
trashiest thing.
I got a chocolate bar.
Some cherry juice. Oh my God.
And I got this big old cocoa.
Shot in my pants.
90
Thought I had my spare boxers on because I know it's gonna shot my pants.
I didn't have any water to fart in my hand.
I went to the water fountain.
Splash some water on my butthole. And then I got kicked out of Publix.
Oh boy, can you imagine him as an old man? He's really got no restraints because
I'm 80. I'll do what I want.
an old man squatting on top of the water fountain.
Get guy out of here.
Okay, anyway.
I don't know.
JP
I
says,
just-
gout, let it all out. Here's the
I
song.
guess I gotta do the gout song. Gout.
But anyway, I bought
Let
this
it all out.
expensive. Well, it was only like $2 something, but this nice, fancy looking chocolate, and this big old bar like this big. And I just open it, take one bite, and I'm like, not for me. And I set it in my seat. I mean, this thing, I've never had chocolate that liquefied so much. Like I left it upside down in my car.
In your
Oh,
car with no air
geez.
conditioning in the
In
90
the
degree
94
heat.
degree heat.
And it, I mean, there was no chocolate left in the packaging. Like it was cleaner than you could have cleaned it. The package, every little bit of chocolate in this package melted and just was on my seat.
How do you do
And
that
did you-
unintentionally?
Can you tell me, did you not clean it up?
I had spent like a half hour cleaning this fucking chocolate mess up.
like
What
you,
you said with his chocolate bar, he actually planted it upside down. Is that how it was?
So it would.
not for me. Like you took a bite and then immediately got it out of your car.
Yeah, melt on my seat. Yeah.
It's like he specifically bought it just to melt it on his seat.
You can't convince me otherwise. Like you waited all the way until you got back home and parked to take a bite, and then you said no.
No,
back
I
in
was
the
I
car.
was borderline still in the store when I got this bitch open taking a bite, but it was like unsweetened. Unsweet chocolate. It was not. I
You
don't.
get this in the baking section.
I don't know where I got what, when, or how it
It
happened.
was like.
but I bought some
chocolate
shitty
here
chocolate and it
doing
melted
in the
my-
baking
You
section.
see, he's in the baking section, and they got those big bricks of baking chocolate.
That's what I
And they-
make my chocolate icing
But they
out of.
look
Frosting.
they look like they'd be delicious.
Yeah,
unless
but
you
they're
know
not
better.
unsweetened.
Tastes like shit.
Yeah,
It tastes,
unsweetened
it tastes like
chocolate.
shit.
They're unsweet because you got to add a lot of
Sugar.
Sugar.
powdered sugar to them to make it turn it into frosting.
Well, I forgot to buy the powdered sugar.
But you're not supposed to eat those. Those are for baking. That's why.
If you
That's
go-
why they're called baking chocolate.
It didn't say baking chocolate on it. It just said unsweetened
You
chocolate.
maybe that's how you
I was
clean
like,
it up.
I was trying to be healthy. I was like, I'll get the unsweetened chocolate.
If you're gonna eat chocolate, eat chocolate.
Insane.
There ain't no good like that. What's it?
Healthy.
I'm trying to be healthy as I'm having to go get cherry
Trying to
juice
watch
for
my figure.
gout.
Take the unsweetened chocolate.
I want you to take all parts of the sweetened chocolate
What's
and
that?
shove it up.
What's that crappy chocolate they use that's not real? It's like starts with a C.
Crappy chocolate.
Like
They've been using it for years.
For what?
Carob or something. It's horrible.
For what?
for diet
Carob,
chocolate.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so,
diet
Yeah.
chocolate.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the
Who
worst.
invented that?
Thanks, Dion's bathtub.
Diet chocolate.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not good.
I'm sorry, but there's not a single. I don't think there's a single diet product that is like actually doing
Yeah.
anyone a favor. So you just go for the regular and eat less of it.
They
Well,
s-
I really had to clean out my my chocolate mess because I had to take my wife to a fancy dinner at Danny's truck stop.
She walks in with a big old chocolate booty stain.
Get your fancy dress on. I've been cleaning this chocolate out of my seat. I'm gonna go down to
Clean my
Danny's.
chocolate just for you.
Go down to Danny's to get some lobster. What I saw on the internet.
Oh, boy.
They didn't have lobster.
You know, I was posting that TikTok yesterday of medically smoking, and for about 10 minutes, it took me like 10 minutes just to like figure out what song it was, because I was like, all right, I know this is a Pearl Jam song. What are the lyrics to the real song? All I know is okay. And I was like, okay, how did it? I was like, how did it start? I was like, what? I can't even think of a single lyric to type in.
That's Eddie Vedder for you.
And then I was like thinking of the Yellow Ledbetter
Yeah,
song.
that's the one I was just thinking
And
of.
I was like thinking of the, which I only. I mean, it was just like 5 songs I was listening to, and I was trying to hear the lyrics if I remembered. I'm like, I don't even remember a single lyric from a single one of these songs. I don't know what he's saying. And then I finally gave up because I was trying to find it on my own. I finally gave up and texted you, and you told me, and then I was like, Jeremy, I've never heard that song title ever. And I listened to the real song while looking at the lyrics, and I was like, I never once. I thought it was killing me slowly or killing me slowly. Jeremy
Never knew it was Jeremy spoke in
today.
class today.
What?
Yeah, well, she never heard it before, right? Or you've heard
Oh,
it many times. Okay.
I've heard that song 1,000 times.
I would say that's one of the few Eddie Vedder songs
You can understand.
that you can understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I know every word of that song. That's
Not
a
me.
good song. It's a good story. Just like a kid. It's a kid that kills his like classmates.
I saw
The
after-
video. Do you see the video?
Oh no, I
the
just
video's
gathered that
good,
from
too.
the
I'm
lyrics.
surprised they can still play that.
It's a really good song.
Yeah. That's all I know.
I think you see Eddie Vedder slurs so much that I think they let him say fuck in that song. I think that's one of the few songs like he seemed a harmless little fuck. I think they left that in there, but they might not have. Some stations might have.
I can't
They don't leave.
remember
They
if
don't.
did
You
or
know,
not.
it's like Roger Daltrey said "fuck" on the air for 40 years. Who the fuck are you? And everybody's like, yeah, Roger Daltrey can say fuck. Nobody else. Don't make no sense. I got a Roman quiz. Got a Roman quiz today coming up at
Roman.
9 because I saw this on the it's a stupid internet
Wait.
thing. Go ahead.
I've seen it too. Maybe if it's the same
Probably.
thing. Have we asked Trace?
No, we have not. Go ahead.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never. Not once. What? Not.
I keep meaning to ask Bradley. I don't know what's going on with this. Is people just making up stuff?
You know what it is? I think I saw the video. What I think is one of the original videos was this girl coming on with her 2.5-minute TikTok
Oh, jeez.
about how she asked her boyfriend what he thinks about, and and it turns out he thinks about the Roman Empire all day long. Every day of his life, he's thinking about the Roman Empire. And so everybody's going, it's a Roman Empire frenzy on the internet. It's like, that's a big made up a bunch of bullshit. Because I don't give a fuck about the Roman Empire.
Roman.
know.
I don't even know about
I
like
don't-
when did
It must
I
just
don't
be
believe-
a trend, I guess. But yeah, and then everybody's
fake.
TikTok is like, I'm gonna ask my boyfriend, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? They're like, all the time. All the
what-
time.
That's what they're acting like it
the
is.
Roman Empire.
I ain't
What
buying
is exactly the Roman Empire?
The Romans,
You know,
the
the
time
gladi-
of Romans,
Yeah,
The guys
yeah.
in togas, the gladiators, the emperors.
the Olympians, Olympics.
That old, they were trying to conquer the world.
All right.
Chariots, spears.
I think about them occasionally
I mean, every once in a while, like
when
something
I'm
might come
thinking
up.
of a time back in time, and I'm like, what?
If I'm thinking of like gladiators and animals getting killed in an arena for once every 4 years, I think about the Roman Empire.
Yeah, that's about it. When I'm thinking about what animal beat what animal.
I just don't. I mean, Trace. I mean, it is. It's 8:25.
It's Shark
It's
Week. I'm
hiding.
not the only one.
Deep beneath the surface, lurking, waiting for the perfect time to unleash its fury. There's no escaping. It will find you and engulf you. It's
We got a lot of hype for nothing, Trace.
It
Look,
is.
look, look,
I'm feeling gassy
I got
over here.
30 more seconds of hype.
everyone's worst nightmare.
Work one up.
A vile predator that attacks without warning. It's coming for you right now. A farting frenzy as shard after shard joins the horrible melee. Grab your extra pair of boxer briefs and head for the hills. It's Shark Week
lot of hype.
only on ClusterF.
It's a lot of hype.
I'm not feeling gassy over here.
What's up?
Somebody,
the
nobody
only-
could work one out. Like if there was 4 Traces, like I would have been the only one in here not farting today because I'm not gassy. But y'all got to
You
step it
thought
up.
you were supposed to be preparing. The Shark Week was your thing.
I mean, you're supposed to eat like something like super duper farty last night. He's
Gotta give him a gas
laughs
tank.
I
at
ate
me.
steak sandwiches. I thought,
That's
What about the
nothing
cherry
to,
juice?
to your
Yeah.
composition. Constitution, they call it. No, it's nothing for your constitution.
Oh, I downed some old cherry juice in my car this morning too.
Well,
Like a wino. He's like a gout wino.
I wasted off the cherry juice I found in my
Suck
truck.
your dick for some cherry juice. Let me crawl over there because my leg don't work no more. Roman quiz coming up at 9 o'clock or so 9 or maybe 9:30. We'll figure it out with the schedule.
What was the movie you told we were talking about? Me, you, and Lauren. It was Slash or Flash or
I don't know. if
Blade Slinger, Sling.
Blade, Sling
Oh,
Blade.
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
Wow, how did
How do you know?
I just figured it out. Was Slash or Sling?
Mustard and biscuits.
He said flash or slash. He didn't even say sling.
I
But
just
you're
knew.
You're not allowed. They don't have that movie. It's been canceled.
Has it?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I've never watched the movie, so I don't know if there's something in it or what the deal is, but it's not on anything. And Lauren looked it up. I don't know. I'm getting this from Lauren. She said it was canceled.
I doubt it was canceled.
But after I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna go to the flea
That's a good-
market,
that's a good- that was a
tomorrow
good
and get a
movie.
bunch of DVDs of it to sell on eBay for extra.
What makes you think they're at the flea market?
Because they got a bunch. I don't know. They got a bunch of DVDs at the flea market.
Flea market?
So you can buy it on
If
Amazon.
it's canceled, just hold on to them for a couple years when nobody's got one. Some old guy's like, I want to watch Sling Blade. Like I did when I was a child.
What?
And then he's going to pay $200 for a DVD of Sling Blade.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's Trace's get rich quick scheme.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go to the
Yeah, brilliant.
off Sling Blade.
Brilliant. Get it on Amazon right now. Only 2 left in stock. Order now.
Order both of them.
Maybe that's why there's only 2 left. Can't
Did they really? Is there really only 2 left in stock?
No, it's just a lie. It's an Amazon lie.
Until they
hype
sell
it up.
those
Hype
two.
it up. They got 1,000 in
They get a
stock.
warehouse of it.
It just always says only 2 left in stock, no matter
Hurry up.
what. Just
Yeah.
to hype it up. That was Dwight Yoakam was in that, the country singer.
Yeah.
He did. I think he. I don't know.
He did
if-
a good job.
He did a
I
really good
remember,
job.
yeah.
It's weird how
I
like
don't remember the movie, but I remember saying after the movie, like, "Oh, he was pretty good in there."
yeah, he was really good. And then I never heard of him again as far as acting goes. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
country singer. He's a guy famous for wearing his hat low down upon his eyes. And everybody know him.
Fucking Steve.
What's
dude.
his name?
Dwight Yoakam. Look up Dwight
Dwight.
Yoakam.
Yoakum.
And I guarantee
the-
it's a picture of him with his cowboy hat pulled down way over his eyes. That was his gimmick.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah.
Dwight Yoakam. Look at that was John Ritter, Billy Bob Thornton,
Was that like his?
Dwight Yoakam. Some good actors in that.
John Ritter was in that?
I don't remember it. It's been so long since I've seen that. Go ahead, Berlin.
Was that like Billy Bob Thornton's first big thing?
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you nothing about it.
I forget.
Well, I'm trying to
was he
figure out
the
what
one
year that
talked weird
was.
in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was special.
Yeah.
You know, he's a special. It doesn't say what year that is.
96.
That was a good movie.
Never seen it. Why did you? Oh, never mind. Okay, you said it was canceled. I think you can watch it on Amazon Prime Video. It said.
Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon. I think you can. Well, I'm not gonna
Dion's
give
Bastards
away the end. So never
Yeah,
mind.
Yeah, don't.
Because it's a good movie.
said that was his first film.
First film. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm starting to realize, I always thought, I just didn't think much of truckers. I don't think about truckers all the time like the Roman Empire. But,
Occasionally you do.
I mean, I didn't realize how, like, dirty old men they were. Like, I mean, it seems like they are
Until you went to Danny's.
trashier than the average folk.
Well, I think it's
Laugh
like,
on the road.
well, it's like also like where he's talking about, if you want to be a pedophile, you'd be a clergy member, or you'd be a coach, or a Boy Scout master. So if you're like a predator and you want to get away with it, you just every city you do something bad in, you're gone an hour later, and you're going
You're going across the country.
900 miles, 1,000 miles away, and you won't be back in that city maybe ever. How they catch you. See, there's going to be somebody going to do that because it's highly motivated.
Maybe it's just the ones that go to Danny's bar, But there was a bunch of truckers in there, and you're just like, wow, what a bunch of weird-looking, dirty old men. Like,
A lot of their leaders.
I'm sure there's a lot of fine
that's
truckers
why
out
there's
there,
a lot-
Trace.
lot-
maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
He goes to the crappiest, trashiest bar he could find and sees a few truck drivers.
6 truck drivers.
I mean,
Yeah,
there
but
was-
that's a
Says-
pretty big truck stop. That's a major truck stop there.
yeah, and there's a lot of like next to any truck stop is like those pay-by-the-hour motels for them to go pay money to have sex with prostitutes. Like, I don't know.
But what are you gonna do?
They have
There's
that.
It's
there's
life
not
on the
one by the
road.
Flying J, but they got their own trucks.
He
They
got paid by
beds
the
and-
hour hotel rooms.
Oh yeah.
What?
Take a
You can
nap.
find those in a lot of places.
Take a
in
nap.
Tampa, along Hillsborough Avenue, places like that.
People
Is
need-
it designed
people-
for prostitutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
People need places to have sex.
Do drugs, have sex.
Yeah.
Nothing
People need
good.
people
Nothing
need-
Nothing
good's
good.
happened at the
Don't ever go
pay-by-hour.
to one because
Oh.
there's a lot of shady people there that you might
I
get
wasn't-
killed.
Everybody
planning
needs,
on it,
needs their
but-
space to do something.
But if I did need a quick
the
nap,
hour.
that does sound like a good idea.
But
Yeah,
no,
quick
don't
nap.
go
Because
there
me and
for a quick
Bradley were
nap.
We're
like-
gonna be the first person ever to take a nap in one. What they say they're designed for.
You and Bradley, what?
Thought about, coming up with some kind of pay by the hour napping room service.
It would just turn into a male
Yeah,
sex.
they're gonna be the biggest prostitute ring in the world.
Not,
I was thinking,
it always turns into that.
like, why don't? It seems like at the beach, it'd be good to rent out like for 6 hours or 5 hours a hotel room that you can show
Yeah.
up to, put your stuff in, go down to the beach. Do your fun, come
Yeah.
back up, take a shower, and a 10-minute nap and get on the road.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
perfect.
You rent it out from 10 to 5 or whatever.
You could probably
10 to 3.
Yeah.
And then what do you do when it turns into a sex room?
Yeah, it's always done.
And do you just go, well, I guess I'm making money, and now I run sex rooms?
Well, it won't be.
Well, how
it
could
won't
you
be a
mean-
prostitution thing. It'll just be maybe.
no,
you know,
it'll turn into that.
But how if a regular hotel? Not every hotel turns into that. If you just pay by the night.
It's more
Yeah.
too expensive.
Yeah, so
But you
make
know-
these a little more expensive.
But you know what? I don't think they need to do that because they're making a lot more money and they're jam packed full up. You can't get a room right on the beach.
oh yeah.
And they're charging $500 a night. They don't need to mess with that 5-hour bullshit.
They should be nice to people who don't want to
They should be.
pay.
They'd have public rooms. Uncle Sam should be paying for that. Uncle Sam should be paying for everything I do instead of stealing all of my money.
Yeah.
People have the wrong attitude. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that's, they shouldn't pay for that. They should pay for everything. The government should
Everything.
pay for everything.
I-
And there's plenty of money for them to pay for everything. No, except they give it to their friends and they take it. Why do you want them to have it and not you?
Yeah.
How much was that
Because-
fighter jet that
Because
they fucking
don't
lost?
understand
80
that they're
million.
80
stealing
million.
the money. They
just
still don't
don't
get it
understand.
after all these years of politicians just getting rich and so rich. They don't understand where that money's coming from that they're getting so rich on. It's
And you
like,
can,
they're stealing your money.
I mean, and not only stealing it that way, they steal it by
Many
they give
ways.
money to the stock market. The government, the federals gives money, and they'll say, well, Pelosi was worth whatever, $2 million or whatever when she came into office, or 200,000, but now she's worth $258 million.
Yeah.
She's worth
How'd that happen?
$250 million.
And her
And they're all like that. Every single one of them. They're all like that. Every single one of them. They're all got super duper rich. So why don't you want that? Why don't you want that money?
and that may be Ned's Navy says Mike sounding way left today.
How is
it may
that left?
be.
How is that even left? That's
Oh, God.
common fucking sense. The government is. Do you know how much $33 trillion is? They've stolen all your money. $33 trillion is enough for everybody to have a really cool life with unbelievable public facilities.
Instead of just them.
That's not left at all. That's common sense.
Yeah, suck it.
Quit stealing my money. Quit stealing my money and give it to me. That's left?
Yeah.
Quit stealing. Tell me how this is left. Quit stealing my money and give it to me.
Because they've brainwashed everybody that you have to be this way or this way. You have
Yep.
to want the government to give poor people money, or you have to
yeah, if you
want the-
if you want
I
the
don't know what
government
the other way
if you want the
is.
government to actually function and do things and give people to the people, you're a socialist. No, that's how it's supposed to run. You could have all this shit if they weren't a bunch of crooks. That's not socialism. That's called run the government efficiently, and the people could have a utopian society.
He says left is welfare and big government.
I didn't say big.
I can get behind free money. Calm down, Mike. That's what he says.
I
Calm
don't.
down.
I don't even know.
But
No, you can continue.
But you know what? I used to not be for. I used to be like Republican, and I'm not saying that now I'm Democrat because I'm not. I hate both of them, and I think they're doing it all wrong. And I think the whole world could be ran a lot better.
That's how I
These
think.
guys are not doing it right. They're in it for themselves, and that's it. But the more I start to see how much money they steal, the more I start thinking, fine, just give us that money back. So, yeah, I guess everything should be paid for because I'd rather everything be paid for that we do than you taking the money. And that's what they're doing. They're just, and they do it to where they can't get caught. They launder the money. They're the biggest launderers in the
I don't
world.
think they even have to launder it anymore. I think they just
And
take
I don't
it.
know if they do
They
anymore.
just take it, and it's like,
But
yeah.
there's so many
yeah.
easy ways for them to. I was just saying that to my mom the other day. She was asking, well, how do they take that money or something, how they take the money. I'm like, here's how they do it. They do things like, we need, a
billion
million
palm
we need a
trees.
billion. That's exactly what I was going to say. We need a billion palm trees for the roads. So I'm going to open this company, and the palm trees really cost $200, but I'm going to charge you $1,000. So $700 or $800 profit goes to my company for every palm tree I buy.
And you bought a billion of
And I
them.
bought a billion of them for the roads in Florida, and that's how they get rich. That's how that it's a legitimate company, and the government's buying legitimate palm trees for the interstates, and yet what they're charging is them stealing money, and that's how they do it.
No.
And that's how they get away with it, and that's how nobody. People have a hard time wrapping their mind around that the government is stealing all our money,
Or you
and
could
maybe
open up
they
a
should
palm
just be
tree
giving it to
company.
us.
For the government.
I'd
Both
rather
parties-
everybody get free education at our universities. That maybe it should all be free, because I'd rather that than these fucking politicians get all the money.
I can't even
You're a
deal with
socialist.
that.
No,
you
I'm
know?
not.
I can't deal with the fact that some
I'm
people,
done
because
with them taking
of
all the money.
because of being left or right or whatever the fuck it is, can't understand the fact that people should be able to go to college for free.
Right.
Because
I mean,
we pay for it.
We pay for those universities.
We already paid
Why
for
aren't
it.
we already getting that?
But
for
also,
free?
it's like, okay, pre-K, kindergarten. It's like you have 12 grades, free. Oh, you want to go to 13th grade?
Yeah.
13th grade.
yeah, pay out the ass for that.
If since you were born, since your mother was born, your grandmother, college had always been free, you wouldn't think it. You wouldn't even conceive of how college wasn't free. That'd be like right now if I said we have to start paying for high school. People would be paying for high school. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What's the
we
difference?
already pay for that with our taxes.
What's the difference?
Well, you already pay for colleges with your taxes
Wait,
too.
what? Like how? Why? There's
Universities, because
fee?
they're ran by the government.
Not all of them, but
it's what?
Not the private ones.
I guess I just don't understand taxes, but like, there's like a tax line on the invoice that says universities, and this is how much you pay for the. You just pay.
No, it's
I don't
just like-
understand
they
taxes.
just
It's
take
like
your
every-
money
they
and
take- They spread it for everything, for your
Oh,
garbage pickup, for roads, for sewers, for the
universities are
police,
part of
for
it.
all
and
this
not
stuff.
only are they taking our tax money for that, they also get millions and millions and millions of dollars in donations for universities.
Oh my
And
God!
then
we
plus
just-
the
hundreds
tuition.
of-
All
And then
these
they go
rich
around
people
and
that-
spend $50 million on palm trees, and you're fucking.
That's what I never got. Is like, well, it also just adds to it the fact that we pay for it with our taxes. You pay for the college with your taxes, and then you pay tuition to go there. Then you pay to park there, but then you can't even get free healthcare from your college. I feel like that's like they should have that at least. All students who are paying tuition should get free healthcare.
Yeah,
young
something
people,
like that.
young people out on their own who can't afford to go to the
They're
doctor.
paying like $1 billion
Here's-
for college.
Yeah, Ned's Navy free healthcare would be nice too. I think we should get that now. I didn't used to think that, but once I realized, when I realized completely that they are definitely stealing our money, and they're just all getting rich, and we are getting. I mean, once they started raising the prices for everything for us while they're stealing our money.
Do people-
I'm just fed up, and yeah, I think everybody
people
should get free healthcare now.
Get upset because they think, like people would get upset saying healthcare should be free. Are they thinking that we would have to increase taxes for that?
They probably are
Because
because they don't know that there's
You're already paying for
there's
it.
plenty of money for it.
There's something
If they
in.
would-
They've got people brainwashed so far.
Yes.
If you say the government pays for anything, they're like, "You're a socialist." Instead of just going, well, pay taxes.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying for. The government to do shit. Well, maybe every American, like 1 out of every 4 Americans shouldn't owe $20,000 in medical debt. Maybe that should be a thing in a good country. No? Maybe you shouldn't have to go into medical debt every time something bad happens to you. That's how it should be. That's a weird, perverse capitalist theory.
Every time I go to the doctor, I just go out to my mailbox and bust it down with a baseball bat. And they can't give me the bill. There's no way.
Hollow point. I don't know how you say it. It says, I agree. Once you realize how much they are stealing everyone's money, we'll take anything we can get. Free healthcare, college, transportation. Exactly. Yes.
Now-
Once you realize how much they're stealing, and they try to act like we don't have money for this. Yes, they do. They have all the money, and they have plenty of it.
Plenty of it.
So more
So
money. I
much
mean, so much
money.
money that we can give. How much to Ukraine?
It's partner $100 billion, I
$100
believe.
billion. We could give that. We had that just laying around.
Tenth of
it didn't
a
bother
A
anybody.
tenth of a trillion.
Yeah.
We get a tenth of a trillion.
Yeah.
People don't really
So
understand numbers
so
anymore.
much money. There's so much money that they're taking, and then they want to raise our taxes. Fuck you. That's what I say. Fuck
I mean, nobody
you.
will even say, let's boycott and just stop paying our taxes. Then you're like, the helicopters, where, you know.
Because there's that first, so many people that have to take a hit for that.
Yeah, nobody wants to take
Nobody
that
wants
first
to take
hit.
the hit. I don't want to take the hit.
You see,
I
it's
just sit
hard.
back and complain about it because there's nothing you can do about it.
We started
They're
TikTok
too
trend
big.
this coming
TikTok
tax.
Yeah, and
challenge.
then they come
A
and get you.
TikTok don't pay your taxes.
They'd
challenge.
shut down
Yeah,
TikTok
that-
within a day,
Yeah.
man. Like,
They would.
that would be
Oh,
bad.
we'll have to
Would.
make it
Quick.
an X challenge.
I mean, the IRS has some. I mean, seriously, the IRS has something like 800 million rounds of ammunition.
Oh God.
You know,
I
it's
pay my
something- It's
taxes.
like something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I
You're
love
like,
paying
why?
my taxes.
Why? You know, we were talking about colleges, babe. I think Harvard's endowment, whatever that is, I don't know. I'm
Is
just
that
from
dick
Florida.
talk?
I don't know what an endowment is. So she means something big. Harvard's endowment is $1 billion.
What is
I think
that?
they have a fund where they take all the money they get because everybody, gives donates and everything. So Harvard just is worth like $1 billion. Why is that a thing?
Oh
A
no.
college endowment fund is a collection of money or other financial assets that are donated to academic institutions. So, from all
They
these
got $1
people
billion.
that all they need, they're not great people that just, want to give money. A lot of them are people that need tax write-offs.
Yeah, and the people at Harvard are a
And-
bunch of fucks
Yeah.
too. Like the fucks giving fucks money.
Charitable donations are the primary source of funds for endowments. So there's some scam going on there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's some
that's pretty
bullshit
in depth.
thing
You go to this school and you get rich, and then when you graduate, they got a program for rich people to give their money back to save money on taxes. Like, what?
all their
It's a big
kids.
scam. It's a
You
big
know what it is?
scam.
I bet a lot of their kids and their, that couldn't normally get into the colleges, probably, they're basically paying them off for that. Not just that. I'm sure that's
for
just a
lots of
small
stuff.
part
Yeah.
of it.
It is though.
But yeah, their kids, George Bush, or didn't he go to
Every I think
all my
lo-
kids, I want them to go to Harvard.
Nuclear. I
Harvard.
learned that at
Nuclear.
Harvard.
Yeah. Endowment funds support the teaching, research, and public service missions of colleges and universities. So
I always thought, George W. Bush went to Harvard, and it's like, I thought many times, more than I thought about the Roman Empire, I thought during George W. Bush's presidency, he didn't go to Harvard. Or he went to Harvard. They just gave him,
I feel like he'd just be like a sore thumb sitting out in the class, just like the dumb guy in the.
Did he
Yeah.
really? He really went to
you
Harvard?
think he was
Yeah.
smart enough to get into
No,
Harvard
no.
and smart enough to pass classes at
No.
Harvard?
When do I get to eat a
No.
grilled cheese sandwich?
Well, here, let's see. I'm a Harvard professor, and George W. Bush is in my class, and I'm thinking of giving him a grade, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking his father is the head of the CIA. Do you think he's passing with straight A's or not? He's the head of the CIA. If people don't think, George, you think of George Bush Sr., you think of George Bush Sr., I'm not going to do it. Read my lip. You know how many people that guy killed?
Yeah.
If you're the head of the CIA, thousands upon thousands.
Rasta don't work for no CIA.
You're signing people's death warrants every day. That's the head of the CIA.
Oh, yeah.
What-
Now, Ned's Navy said cost my oldest daughter $50,000 to be a nurse. A nurse. But
That's almost the government just, get people mad.
wait.
Oh,
Calm
God,
down.
he's getting ramped up. I heard the wheels are spinning.
But right, you don't I've known some of my friends' moms who are nurses and stuff, but I don't remember them going, yeah, I'm $50,000 in debt.
Because it's your friend's mom's, because he used to be able to
wasn't-
afford to do
yeah, it
things.
didn't
Now
cost
they.
like that.
So did it used to be free
I
or
mean, it
just
almost costs that to be a teacher,
Oh,
right?
God.
I mean, back when you went to college, You would say, you'd just write a check for your whole semester right then. Write a check for what, $500?
At most, like
if that,
a few $100. $400.
I wish I.
Yeah, and now it's Berlin is paid thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands.
I just paid so much. I wish I wrote it all. I have it written down. I didn't add it up how much it cost just to apply to 8 vet schools.
Yeah.
It was like
they just keep
upwards of $200.
Yeah, just to apply, and then they go. What is the incentive for them to let people in when they can just go, nope, thanks for that money that you don't get back for applying, though.
Yeah.
Try again next year.
And so many of them, you have to use a certain go through this website, and this is how you apply. You put all your stuff on this website, and it sends it to the schools, and all the schools are like, okay, use that, but also click on this link to pay an additional fee from our school individually. And I had, every school has that. Some of them are $80. Some of them are $75. Some of them are $120.
After paying $300 to apply.
Yeah.
To each school.
I mean, people used to pay their way through college. Like, imagine nowadays, you
have a job and
you got a job at McDonald's and you make $16,000 a year. Back in the day, you'd be able to, pay for your college. It was a couple $100 a week.
Yep.
How are you going to pay your way through college if it's $50,000 to $100,000?
You ain't.
You can't. I mean, you
They
physically
have
can't.
so much debt. That's what they want them to be in debt. They want you to start out in debt.
You would have to work at McDonald's for 4 years before you even applied to college to save up enough money. I mean, isn't that...
The price of college in the last, I can't remember, 20 or 30 years has gone up 800%, and it has no correlation to anything, any economic factor or anything in reality. It's just a giant scam. They figured out they could do it, and they did it, and they suckered the entire country into paying for these useless sports management degrees.
Mm-hmm.
But not
And
even that.
Trace's Questionable Caddy
Every
says
degree.
some jobs do tuition reimbursement, and some do, and they say they'll pay off your tuition, but they really don't. They only pay a little bit of it, but they also ruin small businesses because that's what's happening with the veterinary, hospitals and stuff like that. They couldn't find for the past 8 to 10 years. They've had a hard time finding vets to come work there because these bigger companies that are buying up all the vets, like Banfield and stuff like that, the ones at PetSmart, stuff like that, they have more money and they can pay kids out of school to come there to be veterinarians. And so your local vet can't find anybody to come work there because they're all going to Banfield and stuff like that, which they lock you in at work for us for 2 years and they end up hating it. But
you owe they own you.
Yeah,
if they're
own
paying
you
off
like
your
that.
tuition, they kind of own you.
And then they come out and they're like, they didn't really pay off all of it. They just, gave me a certain percentage and I made less money and I was locked in for a couple years because, they don't know any better to coming right out of school to not go there.
And you're a vet. I mean, it used to be, there's only a limited amount of vets in town, and after you graduated vet school, you might work for another vet for a little time, then you'd open your own practice. Mm-hmm. Now they got all these giant, everybody owns it, and you're going to be working for a damn corporation.
Yeah. And you don't even know it. I was going to a vet. It was called Cypress Creek up here, and I went there, and then I kept going, why is there so much turnover here? Why does the vets keep changing? And then I was like, then I asked him, and I was like, that was when I realized that corporations were starting to buy up all the vet practices. They were like, well, we, got bought out, and, then apparently people don't like working there. They work there for a little, there was high turnover, and it didn't used to be. And it was like, oh, vets are all going corporate. What?
You ever been to a PetSmart? I mean, that shit is just everything is like it's made of gold there.
Yeah.
I mean, you go down like the fish tank area, and they've got like a little fake tree. And it's like, if that was for sale anywhere else, it'd be like $3, and it's $97 for this little fake
you get
shitty tree.
Those cat scratchers, the big cat trees. They have like a third of one where it's just the little post, the scratching post, and it's like $67.
I mean, they got the fish that are expensive. The sculpture things are what just like I got the little SpongeBob character who's just like, yippee, I'm SpongeBob, and he's like this tall for the fish tank, and he was like $22. I'm like, what?
I remember when I moved home for some reason I lost the cat food bowls, and I was like, I'll go to PetSmart and get the new cat food bowls, and I was like, I'll get a cute one. They were like $13 a bowl, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll get these tinfoil ones for $5.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm thinking going to the store to get a bowl for my dog or cat, I'm looking to spend $1 to $2. You know, not.
I was gonna say I want the standard plastic double, double-sided thing that should be about $3.
Yeah.
And that's all I've ever got for my cats. I don't get little fancy bowls for my cats.
D Nice says my daughter's tuition is $73,000 a year.
That's just
What?
Shush.
Oh my!
I mean, that's
God.
almost like
that
vet
university-
school. What that is, Berlin she actually got accepted once to St. Kitts.
Yeah.
Of course, that'd be a great place to go. A lot of people have to go there because there's only so many vet schools here in the United States, and a lot of people do go down there. But one of her vets that she worked for was like, "Don't go there." I went there, and I came home $400,000 in debt. $400,000.
I remember when I interviewed
She's
for
partying
them.
hard. Sounds like.
Yeah.
I interviewed and they asked me a question. They're like, "So, what would you like most about this school? Like, what motivates you to come to this school?" Which is just like, oh, I just applied there.
Yeah, I got in.
I got in. I don't know. And they're like, I was like, oh, they're like, do you know much about our research? I was like, not really. And they're like, you're about to spend $250,000 here, and you didn't know what the research is about. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, suck it.
$250,000. I mean, I hate to bring you down, but you may be trying in an age of getting into vet school where they get your application and they open it up and it says, they look at these two boxes that say white female and they go like this in a pile that isn't even looked at.
Maybe. I almost put Latina yesterday, and I was like, I can't.
Oh, eventually you learn that if you check the boxes, it's your only hope.
Check the right. Didn't you say they
You gotta
had
play the game.
Was it this year or last
This
year
year.
that it was this year that they finally had certain boxes to be checked, right? And it was wanted to know your pronouns, and they didn't ever do that before.
A transgender Mexican is the only way you're getting in.
Yeah.
See? See?
You gotta
That sounded like a robot.
you gotta check.
Hollow Point says my
check the
rules for
boxes.
saving money are as follows: don't go anywhere, don't do anything, don't buy anything, just work. Yay.
USA! USA! USA!
They got you right where they want
And
you.
we're going to take a break soon, but let's end this segment with a shark.
I can't shark. My chicken can. Oh my god! I gotta get a picture from Lauren. From my chicken is participating in Shark Week.
Oh, God.
I don't know what is up. Our chicken usually sits on our front porch, and it'll poop a little bit on the edge of it. And it's just like little drops, and you sweep it off with a broom every day or two.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like I was standing on my roof and just had the worst diarrhea ever and just shit off my roof onto my front porch.
Are you sure you
Like
didn't?
that is how much. I mean, it is just.
How drunk were you
it's-
last night?
Jesus God.
It's splattered on the door. It's splattered all. I mean,
Maybe those cats upset him.
I think he's nervous because of the
Yes.
cats, and he had
You
nervous.
said he was sitting out there going, "Rah,"
He had
all the-
explosive nervous from cats, chicken diarrhea everywhere,
Yeah.
all over.
What are the
Oh,
cats?
my
Where are
God.
the cats?
He said they wouldn't leave his porch, and so
Oh.
that's where the chicken stays. So he's showing you his upsetness.
Better him than me.
By a big shard on your porch.
You know, Berlin Snookman says check every box, and
Check every
they
box.
say, Trace's questionable caddy says you can identify as anything, Berlin.
Too
Yeah.
late
It's
now.
like, what do you
You
got?
have to
I mean,
identify as
there's
black,
no,
you'll get in, or Latin, but white does not work.
there's no benefit. There's no moral high ground to like not just checking the boxes.
I understand that. It's not a moral thing. I cannot lie. I cannot lie.
You're not going to get anywhere in the world with that attitude.
George Washington over here.
I cannot tell a lie.
I can't.
I mean, I would be
lie when
maybe
she was a
afraid too
kid.
if you check something and then they're interviewing you. You know,
I'm just
and
like,
they gotta see you, and they're like, so you say you're trans, you know? And then you're just like,
Yep.
no.
Why-
I can lie about anything. Where'd
Yeah,
she
you
get
don't even
this
have to.
gene
You don't even
from?
have to lie good. So you're trans? Yes, that's it. Yeah, you're trans.
All right. When we come back, I got a picture for Shark Week from my chicken.
Okay.
Oh, well, all right. Everyone's very excited about that.
They're on the edge of their seats.
They should be.
We'll be right back with more ClusterF.
Oops.
Staff for 911, where's your emergency?
Send the police!
What's the problem there?
Please hurry up! He's killing my girlfriend! You gotta kill this chimp!
Bad monkey, bad fucking monkey. Bad monkey, a Xanax junkie. Well, got this chip that's real badass. He drinks his wine right out of the glass. Wear your long hair down, don't wear it up. Oh, Travis gets mad, he'll fuck you up. When he gets mad, better have a plan. Your friend came over, he ate her hands. Don't get too close, he needs his space. Friend made him mad, he ripped off her face. 200 pounds, that's a big fucking chimp. Cops had to shoot him, now his body is limp. He'd rather be back in a jungle chimp nest, but instead a banana he took two to the chest. Bad monkey,
He's killing my friend!
bad fucking monkey.
My chimpanzee!
Bad monkey, a Xanax junkie.
Shoot him! You gotta kill this chimp! Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him!
Hi, I'm Billy Mays, and I'm here to tell you about the most exciting drug ever known to man.
Do you like trailers? Who doesn't? So come on down to American Trailers. Brandon from American Trailers has been repairing and customizing trailers almost as long as he's been taking illicit drugs. Broken axles, rusty tongues, greasy, noisy winches. Brandon knows all the latest Urban Dictionary sex acts. And he'll fix your trailer too. American Trailers, you haven't lived until you've seen Brandon from American Trailers light a joint with the flame from his welder while he's sanding a rusty ball mount. Why would you go anywhere else other than American Trailers? Because you're a goddamn communist. Brandon from American Trailers bleeds red, white, and blue, my friends. He poops stars and stripes. He urinates freedom. Brandon makes trailers great again. Do trailers get you hard? Then come to American Trailers, because Brandon is hard for trailers 24/7. And if you ever saw him slide a greased up hinge pin into a ball mount after inserting it into a brand new virgin receiver tube, you'd know why I spend my afternoons parked across from American Trailers watching Brandon with my binoculars. Hold on! American Trailers! Give him a call at 813-627-8885. 813-627-8885. Assholes.
He's rude. He's crude. He's a southern boy with a New York accent. He's Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
You might be a redneck. If your front porch falls down, it kills more than 7 dogs. While you f***ing your sister, oh!
He's a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
You might be a redneck if you have more than 4 cars up on blocks in your front yard and you f*** your sister in every one of them, oh!
Andrew Dice Foxworthy, the baddest mother south of the Mason-Dixon line.
You might be a redneck if you go to the convenience store and you pick up a truck and buy a six-pack of old Milwaukee, a can of Copenhagen, and while you're gone, your dad your sister. Oh!
The Nashville Network proudly presents Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
Dickory, dickory, dock. My sister was in my. The clock struck 10. My dad joined in. We her well past 6 o'clock. Oh!
Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
Minnie Pearl, I her. Oh!
He's rude. He's crude. He's a southern boy with a New York accent. He's Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
You might be a redneck if the primary color of your car is Bondo, which coincidentally is the color of your sister's pussy. Oh!
He's a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
You might be a redneck if you go to a family reunion to meet chicks and end up f***ing your Aunt Gladys and your sister. Oh!
Andrew Dice Foxworthy, the baddest mother south of the Mason-Dixon line.
You might be a redneck if someone asks for your ID and you show them your belt buckle. Of course, first you gotta move your sister's head because she's f***ing blowing you. Oh!
The Nashville Network proudly presents Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
Mary had a little lamb who grazed upon the grass. Every night her brother f***ed its little lammy ass. Ow!
Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
Reba McEntire can s*** my Ow!
Getting the kid ready for school. Be just a few minutes. Don't forget the Roman Empire quiz coming up at 9:45. And the Mike and Matt show tomorrow night, live at 6 o'clock. The Mike and Matt show, back from a 1-week hiatus. The award-winning, I'll let you know, the award-winning Mike and Matt show.
Here we go. At a bar up in Flint, Michigan, the Zanny bars really started kicking in. Then a dude offered me 6 Vicodin, blacked out and I wound up kissing him. Now I'm snorting coke till I can't see straight. I'm eating opiates like they were cake. I'm freaking cause I really can't feel my face. Now I'm running dude on the interstate. Look at me on my knees as I heave in the sink, it's depressing me. LSD, THC, PCP, and Molly get the best of me. Look, every time I partake, I always make the same mistake. I see how much my heart can take, cause I'm bad at drugs. Ooh, ooh. Every time I'm flying, half a gram from dying, saying, call 911. Ooh, ooh. All these pills and whiskey got me effing tripping. I'm bad at love. Put some roofies in my glass of wine, drank moonshine till I was half blind. Fat girl blowing coke up my behind. I just peed in my pants for the 7th time. Did bath salts, now I'm in the nude. I said, come here, I'll eat your face off, dude. Spend the next 5 days just huffing glue. For crack, I do what I gotta do. Look at me on my knees as I heave in the sink, it's depressing me. LSD, THC, PCP, and Molly get the best of me. Look, every time I partake, I always make the same mistake. I see how much my heart can take, cause I'm bad at drugs. Ooh, ooh. Different drugs I'm trying. Soon I'll be flatlining, saying, call 911. Ooh, ooh. My future's looking iffy. Heart rate's about 350. I'm bad at drugs. Snort and blow and smoke and grow. I'm bad at drugs. I'm bad at drugs. We'll break it down here. Way deep inside my brain cell pass away. 1 foot inside the grave, soon I'll be DOA. Each time I start to fade, someone hands me a blade, and then I start to rage, because I'm bad at drugs. Ooh, ooh. Every time I'm flying, half a gram from dying, saying, call 911. Ooh, ooh. All these pills and whiskey got me effing tripping. I'm bad at drugs. Snort and blow and smoke and blow.
Hey, what's up? It's Ned. That dirty bitch Amy Winehouse kicked the bucket. So how about a poem? Here we go. Amy Winehouse is dead. That's a real fucking shocker. So I thought I'd take this chance to degrade and mock her. I'm gonna pop some champagne and fire up a blunt and celebrate the death of that no talent cunt. She probably died penniless, not a dime in the bank, a washed up, filthy, methed out skank.
Tightening my butt cheeks up, 'cause I don't want to blast some mud. Better take a step back, I'm about to have a fart attack. Something going on deep inside. Something crawled up there and died. Something sounds like I just stepped on a duck. These crazy sounds and smells are coming out my butt. I blast some air. I make the paper run off the wall. I just don't care. You mean my fart in a menage a trois. My fumes make you want to step back and hurl. Toxic spill inside my jeans. My fumes smell like 12 bodies in the back of a Chevy van. I let it blow, fouling up the air into zip codes. So I'm tightening my butt cheeks up, 'cause I don't want to blast some mud. Better take a step back, I'm about to have a fart attack. I'm about to have a fart attack. Hold them until they're good and ripe. I blast them like a car with no tailpipe. The crazy sounds I make when I expel sound like high notes from that fat bitch Adele. My rectal flare is a gas, but it's not inert. I blast some air. It's on you now, better change your shirt. My fumes make you want to step back and hurl. Smells like a dozen dead raccoons. My fumes smell like two dead hookers stuffed inside of a hefty bag. Let it blow, fouling up the air into zip codes. So I'm tightening my butt cheeks up, 'cause I don't want to blast some mud. Better take a step back, I'm about to have a fart attack. I'm about to have a fart attack. I'm burning and scarring your lungs. You're smelling my deep colon funk. My butt's making it rain. I blast like an 808 drum. There's a demon inside of my bum. It smells like rotten
Swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. We gotta get swifty. Oh yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Welcome back to ClusterF. I'm going to test your knowledge of the Roman Empire at 9:45. Because I know you think about the Roman Empire all the time. That's an internet work. Nobody thinks about the fucking Roman Empire. Nobody gives a shit. It's like, I think about the Ottoman Empire, actually. I don't think anybody's thinking about empires. Playing video games is what their guys
Yeah.
are doing. They're not thinking about the Roman Empire. Matt and Mike show coming up tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mike and Matt show.
I wonder if you could do a TikTok live deal.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Is it easy? Yeah, just show me. I'll try. A lot of buttons over here I got to push normally. Now I got to do another
Look
TikTok
at my
live.
look at my chicken shit.
Oh, okay. Look at your chicken shit. Oh. Oh, man.
Show the people. The people need to see it.
Look at that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I will say it's not quite as bad. I kind of pictured like
Yeah.
human diarrhea.
Look
Pearl,
at that.
you know,
Look
harbor
at, came from a
explosion.
chicken. Like
It's
the
you-
chicken.
it looks like it's just from high up.
Like it's on the roof or something.
Did it go up onto the? Could it be up on the roof?
I don't know.
Just
but
from the railing, I guess.
look
maybe.
at the splatter, man.
A lot
I
of
mean,
splatters. Some juicy chicken shit.
oh.
Yeah, that's
Are we gonna get a single fart for?
no, we're not.
What is going?
We're
I
not
mean,
gonna-
I'm not the only one participating.
Trace.
I
Yes,
came
you
up
are.
Yes, you
with
are.
at least 10 farts yesterday, and I not even one from anybody.
I'm not. I haven't. You know, yesterday I had some, but I wasn't gonna mic
she
them up.
kayfabed him yesterday.
But
You're
today
not
there's
gonna
nothing.
mic your fart up
can't-
on Shark Week.
You can't save them up. They go away and they don't come back.
Yeah, you
Today
can-
is not the day for me. I'm sorry.
Me either. I'd love to, but I can't. I can't force it. I mean, not like you. You know,
doing
you're
some-
talented.
I think he needs a gas X to placebo him
gas.
into.
placebo me into farting.
And as Navy says, chickens poop, pee, and lay eggs from the same hole. Fun fact.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Uh-huh.
Huh? Really?
They got one hole.
There's a beer can island.
Take
in
a look in that animal book I bought for $30.
Beer Can Island in the news, Trace. Pontoon boat rescued from Beer Can Island.
Circling right over the pontoon boat, they're waving at us. They got life jackets on board.
They look okay.
So
It said that sinking boat rescued from Beer Can. This boat does not look like it's sinking.
It looks fine.
the engine's up, so I don't know if it's just disabled, but
I think it's just disabled. So they got.
This looks like a bunch of jobbers who rented
like-
a pontoon for the first time in their life.
This isn't a rescue. This is like some
a-
guys
a
not
pain
that
in the
far
ass.
offshore that stalled out getting.
It's like you don't call the
And-
Coast Guard. You call CETO or somebody throws you a line and
You
tows
say,
you in.
hey! You know, I mean, you see a lot of people. It's not just me, you know. Like, if you go boating enough, it's special. Like, sometimes you'll go boating in a fancy area and you won't see it. But if you go boating where some poor people boat,
Yeah.
there's people getting towed in all the time, man.
Well, it looks like
Sounds like
we've been on the pontoon boat when it's wavy. You're not supposed to be out when it's choppy on a pontoon boat because it takes on water. So that's probably what was happening. They're like,
Yeah.
if we keep going, it just keeps taking on water
That
because they
might
keep
be,
hitting
yeah.
waves. And there's too many people in the front of that boat. Too many big people.
There's a lot of big people on that boat.
In the right,
Yeah.
Trace? Aren't there too many big people in the front of that boat?
No,
If it's
that's
taking on
fine. Don't
water-
matter. I mean,
does.
taking on water on a pontoon doesn't. It's not like taking on water in a regular boat. It just goes off the sides. Like people,
Man,
people on my pontoon freak out if the water ever comes over the front, and I'm like, it ain't nothing. It's got the pontoons they're still intact, and it's
Yeah, but
just
they don't
gonna-
want the boat to be. They got
Well,
shit on the boat and
What
stuff.
she's saying is they probably just rented this boat and
They don't know nothing about
know.
nothing. They don't know
And
nothing
it's
about
too
nothing.
choppy for a pontoon boat right there. It looks.
I mean, they'll rent a pontoon boat to anybody.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what you're doing.
If all I know is if I was on this boat, that motor would be started in a couple minutes and we'd be on our way. This is like my friends going out on my pontoon without me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as something happens, like I know exactly what's wrong and I go fix it. Like last time I took this boat out, and before I took it out, I took the fuel line off and put some cleaner upper in it.
Yeah.
He knows what to do. That cleaner upper.
Put that cleaner upper in
When
there.
I put the cleaner upper
clean
in,
it
when
all
I
up.
hooked it back on, I could tell like there's a little lining of the gas hose.
Yeah.
that's in there that I felt like it was getting jammed up and so we're out. Last time I took it out, like 3 miles out, and the boat just stalls.
3 miles
and in my
out.
head, within 2 seconds, I'm like, it's that fucking gas line that's jammed up in the jammer deal, and
You gotta jam it.
I unjammed it.
How do you unjam it, might I ask?
With the cleaner upper.
I just, the hose was, a good extra like foot long than it
Yeah.
needed to be, so I just took it off and cut 2 inches off of the hose and put it back on to where it wasn't jamming up.
There you
And it
go.
worked.
Yeah.
See,
Running
now,
out of extra hose, Trace. Next time.
I mean, I've had my entire not throttle, but steer, my entire every little wire that goes back to the boat, to the motor from the steering, fall out and get chopped in half with my boat motor.
On that
and
other boat you had?
Within 45 minutes, we were back on the back fishing. I was swimming under there for like 45 minutes, rewiring the whole boat.
He's the boating MacGyver.
He is. And I probably would act, freaking out like this if it was just me on a boat. But I would never go on a boat without someone who didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Never, ever. I did one time.
You did.
One time. And
With your friend's dad? Is
yeah.
that the one?
Yep. And it was this exact situation. We were taking on water. I'm the only one with a life jacket on. I'm like, oh my fucking God, we're going to die out here. But we made it back. No Coast Guards were called.
I want to see this woman airlifted up to a helicopter.
Oh, I didn't realize she's big.
I don't think they did that though.
Addis.
It's
I
not
think
that
it's
choppy.
I think it's a broken boat story.
Yeah,
It's just
they
a
broke
broken,
down.
A broken boat story. Why is this
They
a story?
are.
Why is
I
this
may
know,
not
I
even
know
be
why
broken
it's a
down.
story. I know exactly why it's a story.
Why is it a
Because they're
story?
trying to shut down Beer Can Island because it's too unsafe.
Yeah.
So they're making a big deal about this,
Yeah.
I think. They really are. They hate those guys that, like the city
They hate
hates these
Beer Can
guys that
Island.
bought the island for 60 grand and now they're making money off of it. Like they just, it infuriates them, I guess.
What, did these people swim to shore? Or what's going
They
on?
said, I swim to shore. I can't do this.
Maybe they got out before the boat drifted away.
Is this a bathtub on Beer Can Island? What's going on here?
It could be.
Artificial reef?
Maureen, did you copy?
I don't understand this. Why this is a story.
I just wanted to make it, dude. I wasn't even thinking about these shoes.
So there was that many more people on that boat?
No, I think they.
Slow news day. It's Beer Can Island's the only reason
I just can't believe. Just will never believe how they just rent out pontoons and jet skis to people. I could go get a pontoon right now, and
They
I
will.
should not be getting a pontoon right now.
Anybody can. They're not even, even there's people that just buy a boat and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. There's people that rent boats that are just like, we're going to rent a boat, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, the guy I bought my boat off of, my last one, my bow rider.
Yeah.
The guy just
I remember
they
that.
went out, he kind of went out through the channel, and there's already a guy yelling at him because he's on the wrong side
Oh
of
my
it.
God.
I'm sitting there like, can I drive? The boat's messed up, and he's trying to scam me out of because he doesn't want me to drive. I'm like, can I drive? He's like, no, I can't let you drive because it's fucked up, and you'll figure it out if you drive. And then we go out. There's a guy screaming at him because he's going too fast in a slow zone on the wrong side. People are giving him the finger, and he's like, "Well, I don't know why they give me a finger." And then he turns around and comes back in hauling ass, and just like there's like the canal you go down right here. And he just like crosses it sideways, and just like right into the where it's like this deep, and there's birds standing there. I'm like, you couldn't tell that. I mean, there's birds standing in there this deep. And the bird's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he just runs it up there, gets stuck, and we're both out pushing.
Oh my
And I'm just like,
God.
put it in fucking reverse. And I'm thinking he can't understand me, but that's what's wrong with the boat is it doesn't go in reverse. He's like, no reverse.
Oh
But
my
not
God.
saying that the reverse doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, we just push. I'm like, where are we gonna fucking push it? But I'm like, whatever. And so I get out and start pushing with this guy when I'm like, why isn't he just putting it in reverse? Oh my god.
He makes you push.
Did you knock off a couple hundos from?
Yeah, for sure. I got it for like $800 less, but
Good.
Didn't you say like he instead of like docking it, he swam to the dock with a rope or something?
He was swimming at some point with the boat. I just thought, I mean, what an idiot I am to not notice that the boat doesn't have to reverse after all of this. Like, I mean, the guy, he gets to the boat ramp, and usually you lower the boat down and get in it, put it in reverse, back it off. This guy backs it in, pushes it off, and just jumps in with it. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh boy, oh boy.
I'm like, this guy doesn't know how to drive
Totally
a boat.
duped Trace.
Hey, look what I got.
What you got? Oh shit!
Was it a
Mailbox money?
Oh shit!
Mailbox money.
That's awesome.
From Laughs Factory or something?
So I got an email from this place called laugh.com, and it's something I did with Milton Berle's nephew back in like 1997.
Was it that long ago?
I think so. And he wanted to take some of my comedy and, put it on a CD. This is back before digital stuff. And I was like, sure, whatever. And he did. And I never saw any money from it. And I never heard from him again. And then a couple weeks ago, I got an email that said, we've got a royalty check for you. And I was like, well, that's going to be interesting.
Do you know how much it is?
No, I have no idea how much
bust
it is.
it open.
I have no
God, I almost ripped it out of your hands and opened it while you're talking
I
about
have
it.
no idea. To
Oh,
me,
it could be $6. It's
Let's
probably
never,
$6.
let's never open it. Let's never
No,
open it until
Oh my God!
it could be
emergency.
$6.
I think it's $6
It could be $600.
or $1 million. Open it.
Could be
God,
$6.
I think it's $6.
I think
Because
it's
they
$6.
didn't say what it was.
Yeah, I think it'd be. Yeah, it may be. This could be.
Come
really,
on,
could be
man.
really embarrassing. Here we go. I can't see it.
He can't see it. It's so small. He can't even read it. God damn.
It says
pennies.
$27.
$86.
All right.
Oh, that's kind of like. Yeah, $86.
It's okay.
I'll take $86.
Yeah, if they were sending you that a week, it'd be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say
$86 a week.
I mean, in the back of my mind, there was one, I was like, what if it was like $7-8 grand?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, man.
It's $86.62.
That's like just the.
I mean, that's
Just the wrong amount. Like we weren't like, it's only 50 cents, or oh wow, it's a couple $100.
Yeah.
It's the wrong.
86.
It's the wrong amount.
it's right in the
Call
middle.
'em up.
It's right in the middle of ooh and
I mean,
it's just like
the whole,
$86.
Okay.
that was it. The whole deal was I didn't care about the money. Well, it'd be nice, but I was like, I just want it to be either be 8 cents or $8,000.
Yeah.
And it was $86, and it was like, oh well.
lunch money. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it's lunch money
I
right there.
I can go to a fast food restaurant.
That's not.
It's free money.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free money. I buy 2.5 bags of buttercup.
You don't
feet.
even know what it's really for. So.
Maybe you will get it weekly.
She said there could be more, but this is just the first one.
Oh,
that
the
I've-
first installment.
It's like someone took over that company or something, and there's probably a bunch of checks sitting there, like
Yeah.
a bunch of money that was supposed to be paid out to people, and they never paid it out.
This check does look kind of old.
Does it?
No, it says
Oh.
23 on the
No,
back.
it's probably dated, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, what if there was 20,000 of those though that they've been meaning to send you since 19?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think. Yeah, and then nobody's buying CDs anymore. So
Kegels
buying
with
a
Hogan
CD?
says all you had to do was walk to the mailbox, so not bad.
There's a mailbox dinner. Me and Donna could go to dinner for $86.
Yeah, you
If
could.
I didn't
Are we
get any
doing
alcohol.
Are we doing a bar show?
Is it, what's today, Tuesday?
It's
Okay.
so
It's
early
Friday.
in the week. Yesterday, I thought it was the end of the week already.
I don't know
and then
what
I was
today
like,
is.
fuck, it's only Monday.
So early
It's the beginning.
week. On Monday, she's thinking, "Oh my God, it's so early in the week."
No, late. I thought it was
Oh,
late.
you
but
think it's late?
I thought it was later in
Yeah.
the
So
week.
you think it's? I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know. I gotta text Brandon.
I can't even deal with it. Like the sun
Don't
being
forget.
down when I wake up, and like
Oh,
I just don't
hate
even.
it.
I don't
it's
even.
darker, right? Is that,
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even
Oh,
believe
Maybe
like.
that's why I've been too sleepy.
You don't even believe
I do
what?
know. I do know that it is time for me to get up, but like I tell myself, I'm like, it's even though I know that it's getting darker, I'm like, it can't be. And I hit
It
that
can't
snooze.
be
I'm like,
true.
it's not. There's no way. It's still dark out.
Yeah.
Someone need to take that girl
Yeah, I'll take her.
to school. I was gonna ask that Bad Monkey song you did.
Yeah.
Is the screaming is that the monkey sound or is that the lady screaming?
No,
I think there's both.
I'm trying.
The monkey is
I think
screaming,
it's
for sure.
mainly her. The monkey screaming. There's a lot of monkeys screaming in there, and I don't think I added it. I'm pretty sure that was in the. I mean, that
Yeah.
911 call is just unbelievable. You know.
Yeah.
'Cause you
Wanna
hear the
hear it.
monkey back there.
She had him on Adderall.
Xanax.
Xanax and wine.
Wine.
He liked to drink wine.
I never knew that
She
part.
gave him Xanax.
How much, like the whole time, I didn't really think about that. But how much trouble did she get in for
Nothing.
getting a monkey wasted and zannied up to kill her
Killing
friend?
her friend.
She didn't get in trouble.
I don't think
they,
so, but
they did sue her, the lady's
But
family.
she didn't have dick anyway. She
She
did have
was-
money.
She had a lot of money.
She had a lot of money.
She had a lot of money.
She owned a
was-
fucking chimp.
Yeah, if if I had
She
a
didn't look rich, but I think she was.
Is it? I mean, is that just because she's an older lady?
looked
Like,
real
if I got a
trashy.
chimp, and me and my friends were over here partying and gave it some wine and a Xanax, and then it ate somebody, like, I feel like that's.
I mean, if
I'd
it
go to
was-
jailable offense.
If it was a pit bull, they would be in jail. Now wait,
Yeah, she got a
who died? The owner of the
Nobody.
monkey?
Nobody.
friend.
Oh,
Her friend got her face ripped off.
Okay,
What is
yes.
she looking like nowadays?
Oh my God,
Not
it's
great.
terrible.
You can look at or look her up.
It's
Charlotte Nash.
horrible. She has no hands.
Charlotte Nash.
And okay, that's right. I was thinking someone died, but
She won $4 million in the lawsuit, babe.
she had her face ripped off, both her hands bitten off,
She
which
had to
is
have
crazy.
a face replacement. You know,
Oh,
skin
and
over
it,
her
you know,
face.
you
It
can't,
doesn't
you know, the
look great.
face replacement ain't, you know, they don't have it down yet. At
But
all.
I mean,
like
she,
not at all.
You know, she
not
lost
at all.
everything. You know, you're not going to get a companion or a boyfriend after that. You lose everything.
Let's listen to. I don't have the whole call, but I got the bit. So we got plenty of the audio.
Stand for 911. Where's your emergency?
Yeah, you added chimp noises for sure.
What's the problem there?
I might have.
That might. I don't know. Maybe.
McCulligan says it was the monkey on the 911 call. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Please hurry up! He's killing my girlfriend! You gotta kill this chimp!
Bad monkey.
Can you imagine? She's locked in a car. I think she locked herself in a car.
Yeah.
And she's watching this chimpanzee kill her friend.
I mean, she's a little bit lucky that she's a woman, because they will eat your nuts and dick off.
my
if
God.
They go first for that.
I don't know if I told you this story. I heard this
don't know
on.
if I wanna know.
That hurt.
But it was a chimp that I don't know if this is true. Joe Rogan said it must be
Joe
true.
Rogan said.
But this guy had a chimp, and he took him to. He grew out of. He got too big, but he was still friends.
Yeah.
And this guy takes his chimp to like a chimp rescue.
Yeah.
And leaves it there because it gets too much for him to handle.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes back like a year later on its birthday, the chimp's birthday, and he brought it a cake and gave it to the chimp. And all the other chimps got so fucking mad that they broke out of their cages and like ate his face and his fingers and his dick and his toes off.
Where'd you see this story? Joe Rogan said that. They got mad because they didn't have a cake.
Yeah, they were so jealous of this guy bringing this chimp the cake that they all broke out of their cages and ate his dick, feet, hands, and face.
Chimpanzee will mess you up. A full-grown chimpanzee. I mean, they like it's how many guys could a full-grown chimpanzee like battle? Like so
at least 3 big guys. At least
strong. And plus, they got maybe more because they'll bite your hands off.
That's what the whole deal is. Like if a chimp, they got a big ass mouth
Big-ass
and
teeth and
they go
mouth.
for dick, dick, face, and hands.
One bite on the dick and you're out. Maybe it could take 10 guys to subdue a chimp. Maybe.
Oh my god! I just can't even imagine them biting your whole. They just bite through your bones and bite the hands off.
Oh my god!
Travis, bad monkey, Travis.
Now for 911, where's your emergency?
Send the police.
What's the problem there?
Please hurry up. He's killing my girlfriend. You gotta kill this chimp.
Bad monkey, bad fucking monkey. Bad monkey, a Xanax junkie. Well, got this chip that's real badass. He drinks his wine right out of the glass. Way long hair down, don't wear it up. Oh, Travis gets mad, he'll fuck you up. When he gets mad, better have a plan. Your friend came over, he ate her hand.
Ate her hands.
This is a great song, man.
It's so good.
I never realized how offensive it was. Like, I did remember, like, when it happened, I think I was like 18 or 19, and you guys were playing it on the radio. And I was up for like 3 days on ecstasy with my friend in the car, and we played it. And he's just looking at me the whole time, and I'm laughing. The song's over. I'm like, "What'd you think of that?" And he's like, "That wasn't funny at all. It was terrible."
Hair down, don't wear it up. Oh, Travis gets mad, he'll fuck you up.
If you put your hair in a ponytail, he'd try to kill you.
Well, it was like the girl. She always had her hair down, and then she like dyed her hair or like put it up in a ponytail, and he never didn't recognize her or something.
Travis don't like it.
When he gets mad, better have a plan. Your friend came over, he ate her hands. Don't get too close, he needs his space. Friend made him mad, he ripped off her face. 200 pounds, that's a big fucking chimp. Cops tried to shoot him, now his body is limp. He'd rather be back in a jungle chimp nest, but instead a banana he took 2 to the chest. Bad monkey,
He's killing my friend.
bad fucking monkey.
My chimpanzee.
Bad monkey, a Xanax junkie.
Shoot him. You gotta kill this chimp. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Oh man,
my
that's
God.
a nightmare. What
So-
a nightmare.
Oh,
I mean, just a normal guy might do that if he give him enough Xanax and wine. Like, why are you? I don't get it.
I mean,
you get jaded real quick
you
after
get jaded, she thinks Travis loves her, I guess. I don't know, like Travis ever got ornery before and like grabbed her and looked at her like, I'm about to eat your face off, bitch.
Don't fuck with monkeys.
God, man, just like I have dreams about chimps like birthday parties and stuff. Constantly have dreams that
chimps at birthday
What?
I've had a birthday party with a chimp, and I just keep going from birthday party to birthday party because I'm too scared of the chimp. But the chimp keeps showing up at every birthday party I go to.
Sounds like a
And I just
foretelling
I'm
of
just
something.
I'm just standing real still the whole time because I'm like, get somebody else. This chimp's gonna fuck you up. This chimp's gonna fuck you up.
Don't tell me your dumb dreams. Just waiting for it.
I was too.
I was too interested. I was actually interested in the dream.
But chimps are terrifying.
Trace doesn't think about the Roman Empire. He thinks about chimps and birthday parties. That says a lot, I think.
They don't go together.
I think that says a lot.
I was watching the some Animal Planet thing where they were talking about the bonobos, and it's showing how a lot of them, some of them are carnivorous. There's like 2 species. Like one of them is a little off and they'll kill each other, and then the other segment of them is like live in harmony. And then they showed it like them hunting like little like monkeys, the chimps hunting monkeys.
Oh,
And they just snatch them out of the trees and like rip their arms off. I'm like, oh my god, so vile.
Don't mess with monkeys, man. They got superhuman strength.
That's crazy.
It's like superhuman. because it's like the power of 3 men. It just
like 5 at least.
like imagine like how long it would take me to eat your face off.
To rip my hand off.
I mean, that'd be like an hour-long process. And they're just like, just rip your
also, you
face
just don't
off.
know what to do when a monkey's attacking you as well. Like, I did see a video of a monkey, but it's like one of those smaller monkeys, you know, that like steal the food out of your backpack.
Yeah.
But this monkey jumps out of a tree and it's like really going for this guy, and he just starts fucking just like swinging at it. And the fucking monkey dips off.
That's
it's like terrifying.
I think that's the only way. Your only hope is to fight back because you might not be used to that.
That is, that is one of my nightmares is being attacked by an
monkey?
orangutan. Oh, their long arms. It's disgusting.
You see that Mako shark?
I saw that. I didn't realize it was real. I thought it was
No, I saw this. I saw it on the news, so it has to be real.
Oh, man.
Check this. It's a big.
Shark.
It's a big ass shark.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to be careful getting the Mako back in.
I know. It's just their eyes. They look so fake.
Whoa! Look at that thing. I mean, that thing's lively. You better watch out. Watch out.
Jeez, that's one swap of that tail.
I mean, you leave that shark right there, he's gonna make it back into the water. What are you doing?
They want to be heroes.
Want to be a hero.
Like, get the hell out of the water.
I mean, that thing just happens to graze by you while you. That's taking your leg. Look at that shit. Look at that.
But
it's like 3 inch long.
God hates sharks, man. Like, he really made him terrifying. Like,
yeah, that's just terrifying. That's terrifying.
Sharks can be nice.
Oh man, those guys are asking for it. Oh my God! Look at that.
Jeez.
These guys. I don't know if I'm doing that.
I don't
know if I'm doing this.
Well, no one has a rope.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my!
The guy and you get knocked down. All of a sudden,
That's too dangerous. Don't be doing that.
there's the woman with the voice of reason.
Yeah,
It's like, you guys are stupid.
I think the waves are gonna come in and get this shark out of there. I don't think they need to be doing this.
You get a boat and a rope and tow it out. You know, the beach. How somebody's got a boat anchored out. I'm sure.
Right.
Don't mess with it. I ain't messing with it.
No,
We got it out
And
there.
then let him. Yeah, just let it. Get off of it.
He's gonna go help him.
He's gonna ride
hold
it.
him.
He wants to ride it.
Yeah.
That's a Mako sharks. Mako sharks look terrifying.
Yeah, I didn't know they were so big. Bro.
You don't hear a lot of. You rarely hear like of a Mako shark attacking anybody though.
Yeah, let him.
They get dead.
No.
No, it's not dead.
Let him go.
You dumb guy. Why don't you give him mouth to mouth, buddy?
I don't think going to get in the water.
Where's?
This
There's a
guy's-
little kid playing down. He's gonna go right and eat it immediately.
This guy just thinks he's Mr. Shark
He
Whisperer.
thinks he ate the shark whisperer.
You gotta let him. You gotta let him reacclimate to the
Yeah,
tide,
gotta
bro. So I'm gonna hold on to him, bro.
Sorry. Well, I'm
Oh, there you go. Mako shark.
It would feel badass. Everybody cheering for you.
I wonder where that was.
Safe
I was on
Mako.
Pensacola up there in the Panhandle.
That would be so cool to see, though. Shark like that.
I'd be watching those guys. Yeah, you put it back in that water, buddy. I think take your leg off.
I mean, just one swat with that tail. Those things weigh so much.
Tell you, that thing was bending about halfway back. You're like, oh, you lose your footing. Oh, and then all of a sudden you get like just to save a fish that you're having a sandwich of later that day at the beach resort. You're having a grouper sandwich.
Yeah.
Didn't care about that grouper. You died from that shark.
Man, I catch sharks all the time. And when we catch sharks on the boat, and like sometimes You know, they'll like have them on the hook and they'll like fall off the hook into the boat. I'm just like, what would all these people do here if I wasn't here? Like everybody like jumps on the seats and it's like terrified of the shark.
I mean, those
flopping
sharks
around.
you catch are like this big, right?
Yeah, like
I'd wrestle it like a croc.
they are intimidating. You know, you see, you're like that could definitely take my fucking finger off if I get my finger too close to its mouth.
Wrestle it.
Okay.
I think it's like wrestling a feral cat. I could do it.
Got a very exciting, life-changing. These, you know, I bookmark all these life hacks on TikTok that really improved my life.
Gosh.
I you know, you guys make fun of TikTok. I'm living so much better, and this one is probably one of the best ones. This is a ketchup hack that I used constantly.
Okay, I saw somebody do this on TikTok and thought it was genius, so I'm gonna give it a try. You know,
So I'm gonna steal it and try to get views for me.
when you want the last bit of ketchup and then most people hit it on their palm like that, but if you want to get the whole bottle,
Yeah, I do. I want the whole bottle.
how cool is that? Right? How cool is that?
Oh my god!
That's so cool. It's like I'm not gonna sit there and spin it around like I'm, you know, the guitar.
Well, you don't like ketchup as much as me because I am.
Oh, are you gonna do it? You're gonna throw your shoulder out,
Oh my
buddy.
god, I'm gonna die.
You're gonna throw your shoulder out doing it.
Ketchup.
I'm gonna do that at a restaurant. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna get your last bit of this ketchup out.
You guys don't know this?
It's just stupidity.
I love it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh boy. Oh, what did I send you? Oh my god. Maybe I'll wait till mom gets back. But there's a TikTok that I died laughing last night about it. It was so funny.
god,
Oh,
it
no.
could be terrible.
No, you guys will love it.
Oh no.
You guys will love it.
I don't know about that.
Also, I did see did you see that other story I sent you where the guy was found he was a Bills fan, found naked. He fell off the stadium or somehow.
Naked. Fell off the stadium.
The
During the
headline
game?
is Buffalo Bills fan found naked, covered in human waste after falling down a hole by the Highmark Stadium.
Oh, falling down a hole.
He was covered in human excrement.
Why would-
it was in a construction site. I mean, I don't know why he was naked.
But why was he naked?
Bill's Mafia, man.
Sometimes your clothes fall off.
Bill's Mafia.
Did he get down there and take his clothes off, or he was dead? Was he dead?
I'm not gonna die with clothes on.
No,
He was a nudist.
He got a cut on his forehead. Bill's. They literally are saying it's Bill's Mafia, man. Bills fans are always trying to one up each other.
Naked.
He went down there on purpose. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a weirdo. There's, you know, have you ever seen the stories of the guys like who hide in the latrines on the trails, you know, and
what?
because they want somebody to poop on them. There's actually been, and then they got to rescue the guy, and he's like, "Oh, I want somebody to poop on me."
What the fuck?
Look, name it. Think of it.
I don't want
Somebody
to.
wants to do it.
Yeah.
The 29-year-old male jumped over a fence by the stadium onto the construction site, and he fell 30 to 40 feet into a construction site hole. But wait, there's more. He was naked and covered in human feces.
Was the feces in the hole? Or
Yeah,
was
he took his clothes off and rubbed feces on him and then jumped down.
I think he did. I think he did.
Bills Mafia!
The fan was naked, covered in human excrement he had found on an on-site porta potty. As you could probably assume, he was under the influence of alcohol and a combo of LSD, cocaine, and marijuana.
Well, the
There you
LSD will
go.
get you.
There you
The
go.
LSD will get you.
It got him. It got him good.
Thought it was Josh Allen's poop.
You know, I hear multiple weird poop stories when people take LSD. Poop's hard to deal with when you're on.
See, that's why. Like your acid sometimes makes you shit, right? I remember what Frank and It's Always Sunny was. He thought he was taking a shower or something. He was shitting in a garbage can.
Yeah.
Don't you remember my story about taking LSD and sitting on the toilet for hours?
Is that a fun trip? Is that a
No,
fun trip?
it wasn't. Not as good as some of the other ones I've had.
I want to know this guy's. I want to get a recap from this guy on what he thought was going on during this time.
Well, I had a
He went into a porta potty and rubbed himself down with poop.
What? I mean, the most vile. You know, if you weren't on LSD, you would be retching. You'd be violently, but you're like, yeah, oh, this is awesome.
Oh my god!
Rubbing this ice cream on my face. Oh.
I used
Don't
to
do drugs, kids.
When I had a polyp, I had whatever that is,
Polyp.
something in you, and it bleeds a little bit, and I had to get it removed from my butt.
So they tried to kill you?
Yeah. But I took LSD when I had that one time, and there'd be a little blood in my poop, but I was like straight just pooping blood when I took LSD. And to just be on LSD sitting on the toilet for hours pooping blood is pretty fucking terrifying.
You were actually putting blood.
It's like Journey Through Hell. For how many hours?
It's at least 3. Like
It was 15 minutes.
I could, and it's so hard to tell colors when you're,
Colors.
I cooked.
Tracy's like,
I couldn't tell if it was really blood or not, and then
he wasn't even pooping. It was just toilet paper.
I cooked turkey or ground beef for like 3 hours once because I couldn't tell if it was done or not. Because the color
15 minutes.
And it wasn't done at all.
It wasn't ground beef, it was poop.
It was bloody poop and it
won't
wouldn't
get done.
I don't know what I was doing, cooking fucking 3 pounds of beef while I'm tripping on LSD.
Better than poop and blood.
Oh my goodness.
I completely forgot what I was going to do with the poop and blood deal.
I went to the
How did
nudist.
this started from ketchup?
Yeah.
Oh god.
The cat, these hacks, they really make your life better.
Oh, I went to the nudist colony the other day. Gosh, my life is so interesting.
You need to start writing a memoir.
I need to write a book.
For sure.
But there was, I go up to this house and they got, of course, the man up front, like a statue of a man with his little wiener.
Yeah.
And then I
Where?
go closer in the nudist colony.
At the house, they just had a statue.
Yeah, they just had a they're
Okay,
weirdos.
I mean, yeah.
But I get up, close to the door, and they've got like a statue of like 2 little naked boys. Like,
ew.
And I was like, this is fucking creepy. And the guy came out, and he was like, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta get the fuck out of here. There's some weirdos that live in those.
I think there was a conspiracy amongst, what do you call statue makers? Sculptors back in the day. They're like, let's make all the statues with tiny dicks. So then the girls, they'll think we're bigger,
Yeah.
Because all those guys, they're all really tiny. Just got out of the pool, guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
What is
I guess I would take away from the art. And that'd be all the people looked at if you gave the guy a really big penis.
Yeah, you're right.
What were you going to say?
the legality on child porn sculptures?
I think you can have little sculpted naked boys.
Now, what can what can the standard cherub, the little
Cupid things?
Cupid looking with the penis. They got the penis and everything. That's acceptable. What? Can you take that further? And when are you gonna get in trouble?
What about what if you got a little, you got a statue of a little boy naked, but you sculpt the face into looking like your neighbor's kid?
Oh my god.
Take it too far. But what if you did it?
Oh god.
I mean,
that would be an interesting Halloween.
Oh my god.
For sure.
I mean, that's big go. That's fucking punch a dude in the face worthy right there. If he sculpted a naked statue of your kid.
You have to go there with a sledgehammer at 3 a.m.
Yeah. and a pistol.
I don't know. There might not be. That'd be one of the things you see on the news. There's nothing he can do about it. And the guy's livid. And he's like, this guy's obviously got ulterior motives here, and there's nothing he can do about it. Nothing he can do.
Man, but why can't you should be able to do something more about creeps? Like you
should. You really should.
They go through like the crack holes of like legality. Like they're like, I'm not doing anything illegal, and they're just like staring at a little kid. You're just like, this guy. I mean, there was at the public pool we went to, there was a kind of creepy guy. And we ended up talking to people, and they're like, "Yeah, he's here every day, just being creepy and weird."
Creepy.
And everybody looks at him, sketchy. And I'm like, "Who is he?" And as soon as they told me, I was like, "Oh, it's that guy right there."
That's what you gotta do.
Pointed him out so he wouldn't, come near my kids or anything. But
that's what I've realized. I've seen videos, and like that's what you have to do. You just gotta point it out, especially like guys being following you or thinking they're following you. Like, you just have to ask them, are you following me? And then they'll stop.
I mean, I don't care if I'm at Adventure Island and you tell me there's a pedophile guy there. Like, that's one of the things that, like, I don't get nervous or scared about. Like, I'll just stand up and be like, this guy's a pedophile right here. Right here. Keep an eye out for this guy. Fuck your kid.
He's got statues of them.
Back in the day, you had to take care of them guys yourself in the neighborhood.
Gosh,
that was
man,
kind
we
of better.
Need to get back in the days to where we just
day.
take that guy out behind the dumpster and
do some stuff.
Yeah, do some stuff
that might teach him. You just teach him a lesson, a nice little.
That he doesn't survive.
Yeah,
he'll survive and he won't do it again. All right, Don should be getting back any moment. When we come back, we'll do the Roman Empire quiz. We'll be right back with more ClusterF.
Hey, what's up? It's Ned. And it's time for another Neditorial. That's where I really dumb it down for the average American and give you a Barney the Dinosaur version of life. But I realize you have the attention span of a 5-year-old, so every 30 seconds or so I'm gonna fart, just to keep your interest. Here we go. You know what irritates me most about Christmas? It's that Santa Claus is fake, and Jesus is allegedly real. But Santa Claus is the one with the system that makes sense. If you're naughty, you don't get jack shit. But if you're nice, you get a cool toy that you really wanted. That's how God should work. But Jesus doesn't do that. Jesus says, be naughty all you want. Just make sure you apologize before Christmas and you'll get your toy. What a bunch of bullshit. No wonder it's the most popular religion in the world. Phew. But that's the genius of Christianity. Back in the day, it was always, be good, or God will smite you and throw you in a lake of fire. Then Christianity comes up with a brilliant business model. Kick the shit out of all the other religions. Christianity realized that most people are self-serving assholes, a.k.a. sinners. Whew. So they said, let's let these assholes, sinners, do whatever the fuck they want. As long as they say they're sorry and give 10% to the church. Please forgive me, Jesus. I can't help it. I was born an asshole. Sinner. Sweet Jesus. But I say Christianity is wrong, and Santa Claus is right. If you're an asshole on Earth, no fucking toys for you. You're going to hell. If you're a decent person, you get toys, and you go to heaven. Besides, Santa's really got it going on. Yeah, sure, Jesus could walk on water and everything, but Santa Claus travels in a sleigh pulled by flying reindeer, and visits 7 billion houses in one night. He blows Jesus away when it comes to impossible, unbelievable bullshit. So even though Santa's plan is more fair and equitable, Jesus' plan is much more attractive to the average asshole. Sinner. All they have to do is ask for forgiveness. Forgive me, Jesus, for being a dick, but I became a dick when Adam ate the apple, so it's not my fault. But I'll try not to be a dick anymore. But I probably will. I might actually murder somebody. Then I'll just say I'm sorry again. 'Cause I was born a dick. It's the perfect religion. So it looks like it's Jesus 1 and Santa Claus 0 in round 1 in the war of imaginary belief systems. Laid out. Cheeseball is finest. Well, a good hydro bud is very delectable. It'll get you so high you'll feel like a vegetable, and you can bake it and eat it. Hydro is quite edible, or just smoke it in pipes made of glass. Yeah, good hydro bud makes me feel so invincible, but don't smoke too much or you'll act like an imbecile. Sometimes I hang out with my kid's principal, and we pack up my bong with some grass. Good hydro bud, I smoke you up. Roll up a fatty, let's have a party. I love you, good hydro bud. I light you up, smoke weed and party. Smoke weed and party. You're not a gateway drug, you won't lead me to crack, and bad side effects you completely lack. But you give me the munchies, it's time for a snack. Oh God, how I love my sticky icky. I get my wife high and then she stops bitching. We get horny and do it right there in the kitchen. I give her a shotgun and then we switch positions. Seemed long, but it was really just a quickie. Good hydro bud, I smoke you up. Roll up a fatty, let's have a party. I love you, good hydro bud. I light you up. Smoke weed and party, smoke weed and party. Then we eat ice cream and strawberry jello and stare at the toaster 'cause we're feeling mellow. Then groove to some jazz dude playing a cello and then roll up another fat dude. Good hydro bud, you are so fantastic, and you make me feel like my body's elastic. And when I finally die and I'm dead in my casket, I'll look at you and I'll say, good hydro bud, you're not just a bag of weed. You're like a what were we talking about?
1, 2, 3.
Good hydro bud, I smoke you up. Roll up a fatty, let's have a party. I love you, good hydro bud. I light you up. Smoke weed and party. Smoke weed and party. I love you, good hydro bud.
Welcome back to ClusterF. Roman trivia coming up. Mike and Matt show tomorrow morning. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mike and Matt show tomorrow 6 p.m. Got your buzzers ready, buddy? Get your buzzers ready? No? Too busy stuffing your face?
Chicken pot pie hot.
Chicken pot pie. Donna's homemade chicken pot pie, not that Swanson's bullshit.
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie. I used to love them frozen chicken pot pies when I was younger.
I still get them.
I mean, they got the cubes of like dark meat chicken in them. It's just like they're spongy. It's like
so gross.
Lord knows what that is. Oh, but I used to love that
No,
stuff.
it's like one of those things you just ate as a kid. So.
Is it like this similar to the chunks in like canned chicken noodle soup? Or no?
It's worse. It's worse.
It's worse. Salisbury steak. Did you like that?
Yeah.
You did? You ate Salisbury steak?
As a
So
kid,
good. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it was
I mean,
awful.
and that gravy.
I don't think I could eat that now.
Oh,
but the pot pie, I'll get one of those pot pies and.
I loved those pot pies when I was growing up.
So
boy.
good.
They were so good.
It was great. I used to always get that when my parents would go out, just them, and then we'd stay at home and get pot pies for TV dinners. Oh, yeah.
I've went to Jackie's just for one of those pot pies before.
The thing is, it takes so long to cook. I mean, in the regular oven, they're like 40 minutes.
It does. Back in the day, and there's no microwaves, it was 40 to 50 minutes, and you're like, I gotta wait an hour for my pot pie.
Microwave that shit and then throw it.
They couldn't. There was no microwaves.
Yeah.
And so you said how you're like just the longest hour
I'm
of your
sorry.
life.
Wait, how old are you guys?
Yeah, what? wait.
When I was a kid, there weren't no microwaves.
They didn't invent fire yet.
Really?
No.
I still get
Not
blown
just
away
when we were a
when.
kid, in our 20s.
But how old is
remember
the microwave that Grandmama has?
30 years.
Oh.
It's a big ass microwave. Worked for 30 years.
I just remember the one time when she tells me, she's like, and I was living in Kentucky and we didn't have electricity. I'm like, huh? What? All right.
Yeah, she's lived a long time.
She has.
But my pot pies are good, aren't they? Are they good?
Delicious.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Trace he's
I
like
was
staring into, he's thinking about something.
Pot
He's
pies.
thinking about chimpanzees at birthday parties.
It's terrifying.
It's nice as a mom and as someone who cooks, or someone opens up when he opened up the Tupperware that one big piece of pot pie is still in. He was like, oh, can I have a little piece of that?
See, like my mom was a pretty good cook. Your mom's a decent cook as well.
Decent.
I mean,
Decent.
well, you just use different adjectives when you describe. And you're a fantastic cook. I think you're an excellent cook. But I imagine
I'm a non-stop cook. I'm always cooking.
If you Trace is a good cook. If you grow up with somebody who's not a good cook, and then you taste somebody who can cook food, you're probably blown away. Because I bet there's a lot of people who can't cook.
I had Brandon and a friend of ours, Earl. They came and put together that greenhouse.
What they put together? Oh, how'd that work out?
It worked out good for a while.
For like a week or a month at
I
most.
don't think anything was ever grown to completion in that
not
greenhouse.
at all.
It worked out good.
It was terrible. Worst decision of her life, and she's gonna say it worked out all right.
And I don't know why he says that, but
Nothing ever came of it.
Let me go take a picture of it. I don't know.
well, that's because we took all the panels out because there was going to be
not gonna give up.
hurricane. It was a long time ago, and I don't even know what happened to the panels.
Oh, he'd already killed everything by the time we took those
Oh,
panels.
yeah, and they were like, "We're gonna take the panels out." I was like, "Yeah, they're never going back in."
Anyway, I remember I made them sandwiches, and I thought normal sandwiches. But apparently people don't know how to make sandwiches that well or something.
No, I think it's a
Because that's
man thing.
Well, that's why I think pub subs are so popular because they're just normal sandwiches, but most people don't make those
No, they're
at
pretty
home.
good.
They are pretty decent.
But I made Earl like a sandwich, and he was like, "Oh man, that sandwich! Where'd you get that?" And I was like, "I made it." He's like, "You made those?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like,
No.
"Oh, they were so good."
Most men don't know how to make a sandwich. They don't want to put the effort in.
No, I don't put the effort in. I don't want to put it in.
I've seen two men just you just put the cheese and the meat on. I'm like, what? Just the meat and no mayonnaise? No, just meat and cheese. I'm like, what?
I mean,
Just meat, cheese, and dry bread.
She'll cook onions and she'll grill the turkey, and she do all this. And when your mom's not home, I get a tortilla and I squirt some mayo on it and I slap some turkey and cheese on it and I eat it.
So I could have just been doing that all these years, and instead
Gosh, I cooked
wasting my
Lauren a
time.
sandwich the other day, and I was just like, "That was an amazing sandwich," and she agreed.
I made some pretty delicious turkey burgers last night. We got caramelized
Doubt
onions
it.
and mushrooms. Fuck you.
Turkey room.
Let's watch this TikTok I sent you because it's freaking hilarious.
I think you guys learned from watching me to make good stuff.
I forgot where the ticket is. This it?
Yes.
Oh,
I'll take credit.
It's freaking hilarious.
What is it?
How it feels to type anything with a remote.
This better be fucking
You good?
hilarious.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Good.
I was right
What?
there. Okay, well, you missed it. So.
Okay, yeah, I got it now.
Okay, right. It autofilled.
Thank you.
Just yeah, go back.
Almost done.
No, you went too far. Just hit clear.
Where?
Yeah, no.
It's so
I think you
relatable.
said something like that just the other day. You were like, "Here we are in 2023, and we're still having to
type into
do
the
this, don't they?"
Diarrhea roller coaster.
Oh, just go back. You keep hitting backspace.
Up. Go back to space.
No.
God. That's weird.
Where?
There's not a number of diarrhea, are there?
You know what? I'll just do it. It's my remote.
Yeah, sorry, I got a different.
And like I know it better, so.
It's called diarrhea roller coaster.
Hold on. Frank.
The search is at the top.
Oh, so it's at the top. Dude, you need to turn it off?
So the video's black. Just turn it back on.
Siri, help. Siri, search on.
Does it have a microphone?
Search on. Siri, diarrhea roller coaster.
I know, that was funny.
Like I watched it like 5 times last night. I'm just dying. Like, it's at the top. Oh, it's at the top. Is there a number in diarrhea roll?
Like I'll go to listen to music sometimes, and just like I'm like I'd rather not even type the name of the song. Like I give up. I'm not gonna listen to it.
All right, so I'm following wizards with guns because they're funny.
Yeah.
That's one of the few,
That was-
the rare funny things I've seen on TikTok.
I gave him a like yesterday.
Oh,
I'll follow him on Ned's name. On
Yeah.
Ned's TikTok.
Why don't-
Ned's name.
It's like the remote thing. It's the same
back,
thing.
Go back. Backspace. He's back to space. No.
No, it turned off the computer.
I don't want to continue with anything.
God.
Boo. All right, we got the Roman quiz here.
Oh,
Here
shit.
We got the Roman
All right,
quiz.
bring it on. Bring it on.
All right, everybody got their buzzer. Everybody ready?
Test your buzzer.
Since
Red.
Donna,
Green.
Berlin,
Purple.
Trace. Since Trace is a man and he thinks about the Roman Empire constantly, he should just run away with this content.
I don't know any. I don't know a single thing about it.
All right, here we go.
Torture devices.
According to mythology, Rome was founded in 753 BC.
Really?
Probably a lie.
Probably. By twin brothers A, Prometheus and Bob. B, Prometheus and Epimetheus. C, Romulus and Remus. D,
Romulus and Remus.
correct.
Oh, yeah.
Not D, Romulus and Garfunkel. Let me get my deal. Trace, it's typical. It's totally typical, right? Trace
Yes.
bolts out to an early lead.
I do
on,
this
I'm
in every
sweating.
aspect of my life, every sport, anything I play. I go out and I get like 2 points, or I run the table on the breaking pool, and then I'm just like, game over, and I lose. Like, I don't know. I give up.
You get what do you get? Not confident. You get
Overconfident.
jaded. No,
Cocky?
I can't think of what.
Yeah.
Complacent. You get
Yes.
complacent because you got the lead.
Sean
Yeah,
Raz, $10 on PayPal. Did you get that?
I did not. Thank you, Sean Raz.
Dion's bathtub, 38 months. Thank you, Dion's bathtub. Are you coming to the meet and greet?
Bathtub farts.
That's why they
Nice Greta Van Fleet shirt, Berlin.
Thank you. Thank you.
meet and greet November 11th. Was
November
it?
11th. At Whiskey's.
That's why they call 2-0 the most dangerous lead in soccer. Yeah,
Get complacent.
2-0. We
Yeah.
got this. Next thing you know.
It really is. It's crazy how that works.
All right, Trace 1, Berlin 0, Donna 0 in the Roman trivia. You guys ready to hit it already? I mean, we got a 25% chance of getting it right.
Well, I don't want to hit it too soon because
No, I'm
I
just
want to
kidding.
hear some of your answers. Some of your, yeah.
What is the most popular nickname for Rome? A. Catfish Colucci. B. The Big Olive. C. Caput Mundi. D. Corpus Delicti. Donna.
Olive.
Incorrect. It is not the Big Olive.
The last one, the
Trace.
Corpus Collectidae.
Corpus Delicti. Incorrect.
Ah.
Berlin.
Were you finished reading all the answers?
Yes.
Oh.
You can get a
What was the?
You can get a reread.
What was the last? What was it?
A. Catfish Colucci. B. The Big Olive. C. Caput Mundi. And D. Corpus Delicti.
Caput Mundi.
Correct.
It's the only one left. Bullshit.
Catfish Colucci was up there.
Yeah.
Well,
We know what that's a.
That's our catchphrase.
That's what Harper calls cafe con leche.
Catfish Colucci.
what was that?
What was what?
Corpus Mundi. What was it?
Corpus.
Caputi Mundi, and it means something like great capital or something like that. So Berlin 1, Trace 1, Donna 0. According to legend,
Luis got that.
Oh, I keep meaning to look over here. Okay, according to legend, if you throw two coins in the Trevi Fountain in Rome, A, you will have good health for a year. B, you will be raped by a Catholic priest.
Yes.
C, you will fall in love. D,
Fall in love.
correct.
Oh, no.
Berlin with 2. Trace 1, Donna 0. Donna 0. Let's see, I gotta figure out who did this.
What was D?
D was 2 altar boys will get fondled.
All of those.
All the above. Number 4, the Passetto Borgo.
Oh, the Passetto Borgo.
The
I know all about that. I think
Passetto-
about it every day.
The Passetto Borgo is a secret passage from the Vatican, which was famously used for
Raping children.
A. Disposing of raped altar boy remains.
Mm-hmm.
B. Transferring child molesting priests in the middle of the night.
Yep. Yeah.
C. Sneaking Julius Caesar's body past the Vatican guards.
Probably.
D. Helping Pope Clement escape during the siege of Rome. Donna.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with C.
Incorrect.
The siege of Rome.
Correct, Trace. Helping Pope Clement escape during the siege of Rome.
From raping little boys.
From raping little boys.
All the above.
All the above.
They were sieging Rome to make him give up all the little boys. So it's Trace 2, Berlin 2, Donna
Ed's Navy
0.
got it, I think. So did Lauren.
All
Or
right.
wait, C. They all said C. That's what I said. I was wrong. You were
So
wrong.
nobody got it.
Luis got it. All of
Nobody
the above.
got
I got it.
Trace 2, Berlin 2, Donna nothing. A kiss was considered a sign of affection in Roman times, but it was also used by Roman men
For kissing little boys.
to A, detect gladiator semen on their wives' mouths. B, bite the tongues off adulterers. C, test for arousal among suspected homosexuals. Or D, detect alcohol on their wife's breath.
B.
Incorrect.
Wait, which was that? Which one was
Bite
it?
the tongues off adulterers.
Nice try.
What happened?
He was trying to reset it because I got the next one and then I got it again. The alcohol on the woman's breath.
Correct.
They had alcohol back then?
Yes,
They've
they
had
did.
alcohol for
Yes.
since the beginning of time.
The first thing we invented.
That's the first thing. I want to get drunk. Start eating stuff. Letting stuff rot. Yeah, women were not allowed to drink in Roman times, according to my sources, which could be completely wrong.
Yeah. Maybe they weren't allowed to, but maybe they did.
Well, yeah, because that's what.
Lauren-
it's the only reason God gave me a nose to smell the alcohol
On women's
or
breath.
whatever.
That was good, Trace.
Fuck off.
Lauren got Trace's killed. Lauren got that one.
Of course she did.
Of course she did. The alcohol one. Number 6. Okay, who got that one?
Me.
Okay, so you're 3. Berlin 3. Trace 2. Donna 0. Here we go, baby. You gotta get on the off the schneid, as they say.
Good at this one.
Number 6. Ancient Romans used a wet sponge on a stick called a tersorium to A, test young maidens' virginity. B, clean the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. C, wipe
so
their.
lost.
C. You want me to start from the beginning? Start from the
I was
beginning.
finally maybe going to get one because they weren't paying attention. I was paying attention.
Ancient Romans used a wet sponge on a stick called a trissorium to A, test young maidens' virginity, B, clean the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, C, wipe their filthy Roman asses, D, keep cool during gladiator fights. Trace.
Keep cool.
Incorrect.
No.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm glad. I
Berlin.
Test the virginity.
Incorrect.
God.
Donna's got a 50-50.
Clean the Sistine Chapel.
Incorrect.
What was the other one? The other one was ridiculous.
What was the other one? Wipe their asses.
What? That's gross.
That was, they didn't have toilet paper. They used it to wipe their asses.
Though? On a stick?
I didn't invent the torsorium, babe. Don't
And
kill
how
the messenger.
do they know that? How do they know they did that?
They found a bunch of
What
poopy
year?
sponges.
What year was this?
It could have been as far back as when was it? 753 BC.
I'd use a sponge on a stick. That sounds nice.
Sponge on a stick. I would too. So who got that one?
But on a
No one.
stick.
No
How
one
do you
got-
reach
right, no
it?
one got
They
that
have
one.
to do it to other people? You have to have someone
What do you
it
mean?
for
Well, it
you.
doesn't have to be a long. I mean, it doesn't have to be like this long.
I know, but a stick is, I don't
It'd be
know.
like a little stick.
Who is the guy on a
couldn't
stick?
they reach?
A pencil stick.
Who's the guy on a stick? He's a jalapeno on a stick or something.
jalapeno on a stick.
Who's that? Who's that
Jeff
guy?
Dunham.
Oh
Jalapeno
God!
on a
I think
stick.
I think
Oh,
once a
don't-
year
don't get us started
we
on
bring
Jeff
up Jeff
Dunham.
Dunham, and it's just like
A lot of people like Jeff Dunham. I
Gosh,
can't
I mean,
stand. I loathe him.
I watched him as like a kid, and I didn't really laugh, but I watched it, and then I didn't like it. But then one time you told me it was so terrible, and I watched it again, and I was like, "Oh my God, you were right." And then my friends put it on one time, and they're all laughing, and I'm just sitting there like, "Are they mentally handicapped? Why are they laughing? This is not funny."
That guy's banging. I'm gonna. What's his name again?
Jeff
I'm
Dunham.
gonna check his net.
He's like the richest comedian ever because he
It's horrible.
is clean, and kids like it too.
That's the clean. The clean will get you paid. 140 million.
It's like bigger than Dave Chappelle. Like it doesn't. I don't even fucking get it.
Man, you know those other comedians are like, man.
Yeah.
But hey,
I'd like to
Jeff
know.
Dunham didn't get an $87 royalty check, did he?
That's right, bitches. Well, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
His
a rap.
was
I'm gonna make a
87
rap
million.
video. I got mailbox money, bitches.
Maybe get some more.
Maybe that would be nice.
Can you
if I
imagine
got
if the
another
next
one.
day our mailbox is chock full?
$87 checks. I'd love it. Be
You
fantastic.
could count on that every week. That'd be nice.
Pretty sweet.
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so question number 7. It is Berlin 3, Trace 2, Donna 0. What were Julius Caesar's last words before he died? A. Move my chariot, it's double parked. B. You too, Gaius Cassius Longinus. C. Are you serious, Tiberius? Or D. Not or D. It's good.
B.
B.
No.
God damn.
D. Is that a dagger under your toga, or are you just happy to see me? Or E. None of the above.
God dang.
None of the above.
Yes. Does anybody know what his last words were?
No, nobody in the world.
Fuck you guys.
Nobody in this fucking world knows what his last words were. Do you know?
Et tu, Brute.
Can I use my credit card?
Wow, that didn't even sound
Where did
like
that voice come from? Who the fuck was that? That was an evil. That was an entity.
I've never heard that voice come out of Trace before. I was like, wow.
He was possessed.
Was that on the internet? What was that?
He was channeling Julius Caesar. Caesar.
He was. God, you gotta get that off of the. Gotta get that clip. That was so crazy. I was so weird. He was possessed by that Asian guy on that TikTok. That was so funny.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that TikTok you sent me again, Berlin.
Please,
It's.
it's
I mean,
so
you know,
funny.
it's so
I told
it's
you.
so relatable.
Yeah, I know this remote better. Frank?
I just like their heads also high. They go into like the zone.
What are you talking about? The TikTok with the remote.
The remote video.
What about like?
Go back into space. Go back into space. No.
You guys have like you can talk to your remote too. Like some of them,
not mine.
Well, yeah.
Siri, search on.
I don't feel comfortable talking to my remote.
I
Is
hate
that weird?
it. No,
Like,
no. Bradley has the Google, whatever thing
The
where
Googler?
you say, "Hey Google," and he had it so you could like hook it up to the light, and you say, "Hey Google, turn the lights on." And every time I would spend the night at his house, I refused to turn the light on or off because even when nobody was, I was home by myself there, and I felt so weird.
I don't talk to robots.
Because they want your voice. They want to do
That
voice
was
recognition.
so weird. I just felt
on
so
ya.
uncomfortable. Like, hey Google, turn the light on. I did it like twice, and I was like, I'm just not gonna do that again. I'm not talking to the robot.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so nobody got that one, did
Trace,
they?
can you do that voice again?
No, who
I
got,
don't think he can.
who got none of the above?
No one.
Nobody got it?
Oh wait.
Did somebody get that one?
Yeah, I
No.
did.
Yeah, I thought Trace might have got it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it's
Look
Yeah,
at
I
him.
don't know. I think I
He's
did.
lying.
I feel like I did.
Trace feel like you already won the game.
Trace, Trace 3, Berlin 3, Donna 0.
Oh God.
Told you I don't know nothing about
Oh,
Robotime.
I mean, you still.
Nobody does. Nobody knows if any of these answers are true.
Uh,
How could they possibly know?
Laura-
They can't tell us the truth about what happened yesterday.
I think
You're right.
I used to
You're
think
right.
they just
You're
lied
right.
about it and made it all up, and what it is you don't know. It's all lies. Everything was lies.
Lauren got et tu brute, so she knows alcohol and Roman Empire trivia.
she thinks about the Roman Empire daily.
What is seize the day? Which one seize the day?
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem. What's it?
Carping all these dams.
Et tu brute? It means you too, Brutus.
Oh.
As he
Can I
stabbed
use
him
my
in the
credit
back
card?
along with like 6 other guys.
No.
All right, Berlin 3, Trace 3, Donna 0. Number 8, traders from Africa brought these 2 items to Rome. A, disease and starvation. B, ostrich eggs and monkey paws.
Oh, maybe.
C, concubines and child slaves. Or D, ostrich eggs and ivory.
Oh my god.
Ostrich eggs and ivory.
Correct.
Yes.
What's
I was gonna
concubine?
get that.
Concubines are like prostitutes, basically. Trace. 4 to 3.
Which one was that? A, B, or C, or D?
D.
D. Lady Steph got it.
There's 4 questions left. You could actually tie if you get all these 4 right.
If you
I
were
think they
better
brought
before.
monkey paws and
I know.
the other thing.
It's too late. Don't even try.
I thought everybody would pick the monkey paw deal.
I thought about it.
Ostrich eggs and monkey paws.
Who's to say they didn't?
Donna believes no history. Number 9. What was Emperor Nero doing while Rome burned? A. Binging and purging at the vomitorium.
That.
Brushing his teeth.
B. Having an orgy. C. Reading My Pet Goat. D. Playing the lira. Berlin.
Having an orgy.
Incorrect.
Playing the lira.
Oh, man,
Correct.
that was my answer. Why couldn't I?
Oh, Donna was going to get
I
one.
hit the buzzer like 15 times.
Trace 5. Berlin 3. Donna 0. She doesn't, that's not her forte, the Roman Empire.
I would have got several of them. I just didn't buzz in enough.
Bad buzzer.
I usually
You gotta get
do the buzzing.
Got to
pretty
hone
well.
those reflexes, babe. Hone those reflexes.
I'm
Number
trying
10.
to wait for all the answers, and I can't do that. I want to hear just to make sure, and nobody will let me.
Number 10. In keeping with his bizarre behavior, Emperor Caligula once A. was briefly married to a cat.
Oh, God. I
B.
don't know what's going on. I
B.
forgot to pay attention. I was
Does
thinking about
Caligula-
farts.
Did they get calligraphy from Caligula?
Maybe, I don't know.
Huh.
B. Had his horse circumcised.
Wait, what was he doing? Can you start over?
Jesus God.
Oh, man.
Just as long as
Alex
Trace.
Alex Trebek never had to put up with this shit.
Can you imagine? Sorry.
I wonder if that ever happens today. You're just like on one of those shows and you're sitting there thinking about,
like, oh, shit.
You're just like, oh, God. Done like you know what's going on.
Who is
Oh.
the cat?
Who is
Number
calligraphy?
Number 10. In keeping with his No, I fucked it up. In keeping with his bizarre behavior, Emperor Caligula once A. was briefly married to a cat. B. Had his horse circumcised. C. Appointed his horse to the Senate. D. Dyed his skin blue.
And then pointed his horse to the Senate.
Correct.
Oh my God!
Look, Trace's response to that was what? How'd I get that right?
I knew it.
Trace running away with it 5-3.
I thought it was the guy.
Yeah, it seems like was he an old white guy? Seems like something an old white guy would do. Point his horse to the Senate.
Buttercup.
See, and
You are now a part of the Senate,
and they've continued that tradition today.
They say I think he did it.
Appointing-
I think he did it to mock the Senate, which was appropriate. He's like,
Yeah.
a horse could just do as good as you guys.
because you're not doing anything, right? Don't get me started.
All right. What was the name of the Roman prefect who gave Jesus the proverbial thumbs down?
Oh, I know what that means.
A. Unctious Uriah. B. Pius Pilaf.
What?
C. Punctual Diocletian. Donna?
D.
He hasn't even read D yet.
Pontius Pilate. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
What is
She's on
Pontius
the
Pilate? Though? He never said that.
But
I
she
know,
said
I know
it's
what
D.
Pontius Pilate is.
Bullshit. She can't guess.
I didn't know a word of that question. That's why I laughed when Trace goes, I know what that means. I think I'll use my credit card.
All right, last question. Anybody
I
wants?
got one. Woo!
Donna on the board for a moral victory. What was the most popular form of execution during the Roman Empire?
Oh God.
Yeah,
A.
guess it, Trace.
I almost did.
Let's all guess it.
If we're all just gonna do
We'll all guess and then
We'll all
we'll
guess
the-
and then we'll do that.
Okay.
the squawking bull or the bull, the one with the bull.
Shut up. A. what was the most popular form of execution during the Roman Empire?
Just keep going.
A. Slinging. B. Stinging. C. Swinging. Or D. Guillotining. Incorrect.
Oh,
I didn't say it.
Who's red? You?
Yeah,
Incorrect.
yes,
Incorrect.
yes.
Wrong.
It was red. It was red.
you said
I
it.
didn't say shit.
You did too.
And then you said, yeah, guillotining.
She did.
Yeah, which
She did. She doubled down on
which
it.
doesn't just make her wrong, but a guest stealer as well.
I have to take a point. One negative. Donna, she's back to 0. All right.
Oh,
So who buzzed in, Donna? So it's Berlin. A. Slinging. B. Stinging. C. Swinging. Or D. Guillotining.
No,
Swinging.
Incorrect. What?
You don't get to do it. I was like, oh, I get to do it because I didn't buzz in.
I did
but
buzz
you
in.
squawked your answer first.
I did not squawk shit.
What
are you talking about?
Buzz
He
in.
said guillotining first.
I
Why is he
didn't.
allowed
I
to-
didn't
he
buzz
guessed
in.
Guillotining.
You
just
lose regardless. Why do you care?
She just don't want you to get
I
it.
still win.
All right, Trace.
Singing.
Trace.
Well, I'm still my turn.
Trace.
You didn't buzz in.
Can you
You gotta buzz in.
he doesn't even know.
about the question?
What was the most popular form of execution during the Roman
How
Empire?
were any of those executions?
A. Slinging. B. Stinging. C. Swinging. Or D. Guillotining.
Swinging.
And she said that. Incorrect.
Idiot. Slinging.
Incorrect.
Oh, what? That's
Stinging. Stinging.
Swinging.
Oh my god.
Stinging like bees?
Cover you in honey and
stinging?
put you out for various vermin to eat you alive.
Really? Oh.
I mean, if they didn't know his.
When did they do the?
They-
Fuck was that?
When was the...
Where they
That's the-
disembowel you or something?
Yeah, the evisceration, the disemboweling. That was
Yeah.
in
Doing
like.
karate.
Trace, what were you talking about? The slinging cow, the swinging, swashing cow?
They put you in a hot cow, and then you moo.
I've seen that.
Come again?
They put you in it's a big steel hot cow, and they put a fire under it, and then they design it in a way that when you scream, it makes the metal cow sound like it's mooing.
And the steam comes out of like the cow's nose, like your flesh.
Was that for real?
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
How'd they design something like that?
They were
advanced.
If you go back to the torture techniques, it's like, what a bunch of fucking sickos.
I mean, I think that was people's jobs. You know, you got king, you got 4 torture device makers. It's 4 guys that just, if that's your job all day to sit in a room, come up with weird ways to kill people. You're gonna come up with some weird ways to kill people if that's your job.
I guess it's entertaining. Back then, there's nothing to do. Back then, you just watch some guy burn it in a metal cow for 6 hours. I guess.
Gee. Lauren says, I heard the Romans would beat you to death with a pail of nails. That was an inside joke from Pictionary. That was pretty funny, too.
Not if you don't know it, because it's an inside joke.
I know.
So it turns out Trace does know his Roman trivia.
Yeah.
Then I'm bringing up moon cows. And
I never heard of that one.
now that I think about it, I do think about the torture a lot. So maybe that is Roman time.
Maybe you do. Len Carr he just subscribed for 51 months. That's extremely deep. And don't forget the Len Carr Bar Show. Bar Show. That would be Friday night at 8:30. This Friday night, 8:30. Len Carr Bar Show.
Woo! Len Carr Bar Show.
Sponsored.
Sponsored
by Len Carr.
Len Carr Bar Show.
Maybe we should.
I think Len Carr's retired now. How
I think he is too.
How awesome is that?
Must be nice.
That is awesome.
That
Tired.
is nice.
Oh, retired.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I get to my bucket list,
Good
which
for
is
you.
sleep late and hang out. That's
Yeah.
my bucket list. Not do anything.
I'd like to go to the beach again,
like
like we used to.
That would be
Well, you
nice.
need about $10,000 now.
And a pistol full of rounds to shoot these animals.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say to go to the beach. Every time I go to the beach, I'm like, I need my gun because the only places you can afford are just sketchy. So anytime I get out of town,
Trace has to walk through the parking lot with his rifle.
With a rifle.
Waiting for people to think he's going to shoot the place up and kill him. God, you're lucky the cops weren't around at that time.
Yep.
I mean, it sucks. It's like
The Len Carr Beach Show. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a day, maybe, if we're still around for our grandkids, they're going to be going, you mean regular people went to the beach?
Yeah.
It's for,
I thought that
it's going to be just all rich people.
Everything is
Yeah.
They won't even give you, they'll change it to where you're like, we used to get beach access and you could walk between the mansions and get to the beach because the beach is like an ocean for everybody. No more.
Now, they closed
Nobody.
them off because they don't want you peasants there.
The riffraff.
Get another job, you want to go to the beach.
I mean, I get it that some of the people that did go down to the beach that had access were shitty people, because they would start when they started getting a little more popular down there. You'd get these people that would come down there and their kids would be just trashing the place up.
They would trash it.
And then they'd pick up all their tent and their stuff and leave and just leave trash there. It's like that never used to happen at all. And then it did start happening. And it was like, yeah, that is riffraff right there. We don't want you coming down here and trashing the beach.
You can't do nothing about it. You can't. There's always going to be the riffraff.
Yeah, I mean, I got the best deal you can get to go to the beach at the castle. I think it was the castle I went to. $100 a night. But I mean, that's like,
that sounds shady.
It was. I mean, I called the guy beforehand. I was a little weirded out because I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming. I'm getting a room later." He was like, "Good thing you called. I can get the AC on." Oh, all right.
I mean, I was thinking about this yesterday. It's like the more hard work, manual labor you do, it's like a inverted, what's that called? Inverted exponential growth. What's the
Opposite of
Yeah.
it. Unexponential
growth. Hard work and less money. No work and more money.
I don't get how they accomplish that. Like, what? It just seems like in the real world, like the guy cleaning out the sewer would make almost the most amount of money.
He'd live in a castle.
I mean, that would be like me if I'm looking in the newspaper, well, back in the day, or online for a job, and it says, sewer, shoveler, $30,000, I'm not taking it. But if it said sewer shoveler $200,000, I go, oh, that'd be worth shoveling some shit. Hey, finally made shit shoveling worth
Here's
it.
the thing, though. If you paid the shit shoveler that much money and they were rich, would they keep doing the job?
Yeah.
But then
I ain't
you'd
shoveling
have
this
to
shit no more.
Yeah,
So you gotta keep
you
'em
could only-
down.
You have to keep them down so they keep doing the job. But then again, they wouldn't make that much money if they weren't shoveling the shit.
I think if you're
Quite a
making
conundrum.
Quite a conundrum.
I'll shovel shit for at least
Because
20
if they're
years if you
living
give
in
me
a mansion, they
200,000.
feel like shoveling shit is beneath me.
No,
And-
or would they feel like I work really hard shoveling shit so I can come home to this mansion?
Yeah, that's how I'd be.
I mean,
know which one that
maybe
would-
people are walking by going, what the hell's that guy doing for a living? He must be a shit shoveler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a shit shoveler would become a prestigious
Like a
job.
lawyer,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You got the guy's picture, and he's got a shovel in the billboard on the interstate. Need your shit shovel?
I think we
I
should
shit
make
shoveled. My grandfather shit shoveled, and my son's gonna be a shit shoveler.
Got a bunch of shit in your backyard. Call Morgan and Morgan. Shit shovelers. Made $1 billion shoveling shit.
As you should.
I think so, man.
What are you, communists wanting to pay shit shovelers a lot? I can't take it. It's like
It's a joke, first of all. People would get mad at that. It's a joke about shit shovelers.
and they get mad about it. They get mad at why. See, it's the most deep brainwashing in American society is wanting poor people to have money. That's poor people get money unless it's pulling themselves by the bootstraps.
Yeah.
Unless they're shoveling shit.
So who in here would shovel
Defund the
be a
shit
shit shoveler
shovelers.
for 200,000?
Yeah, me, right? Whoa. Where's the shit and where's it need to be shoveled?
I mean, let's say porta potty emptier. You don't actually have to shut.
You're working for duty calls.
I bet they'd have come up with some way to make it easier and better to do than what they do now. Because
Probably.
as they're keeping them down, they're also not coming up with better ways to do it. Maybe.
I don't know, maybe it's only one way to suck poop out of a porta potty.
I guess. Maybe.
You you take some LSD. That's how.
I love my job. I can't wait to go to work.
Yeah, man, to fire Tracy liked the shit too much.
He was the best shit shoveler in the world.
Lynn Carr says in the good old not the good old days. In the old days, they called them night soil man. Did they really, or is he making that up? I don't know.
Probably polite,
Night soil man.
Everything was polite back in the day, you
Yeah.
know. If you ever heard of the term, but I don't know. I lost the term.
You ever hear of? I don't know.
Fried rice syndrome.
Oh.
It's like it says
Fried rice.
it says a 20-year-old student passed away after eating 5-day-old pasta.
5 days.
What?
In the fridge? Was it fridge?
No, it was unfridged. It was unfridged
Remember that when you're
5-day-old
eating
pasta.
unfridged stuff.
I'm not.
What? All right.
He said he heated.
Out of your
He
car.
said after
Tracer
5.
licking the
Remember
chocolate
that.
out
Yeah,
of
he
his
was.
feet. I wonder.
No, it's not. I don't eat old food.
Did you lick the chocolate off your seat?
He sucked
No,
it
it was
Unsweetened.
gross.
Unsweetened.
And I will
pour some sugar on it and suck it off.
Sugar on your chocolate chair.
Who buys it? Well, I'm sure the wrapper's still in your car, right?
No.
Says he
Oh,
cleaned
he
it
actually
up.
cleaned it up because he's taking it to that fancy restaurant.
It's a truck
So
stop.
they died eating pasta
After
or rice.
after that's just the
Fried
name
rice.
of the fried rice. After 5 days of the pasta sitting on the counter at room temperature, he heated some up and ate it.
Well, that's on him.
He noted an odd taste of the food, but figured it was just due to the new tomato sauce he was using.
Oh,
He went out, and 30 minutes later, he had to come back due to nausea, abdominal pain, and a headache. Diarrhea and vomiting followed. and he tried to sleep it off. The next day, he didn't get out of bed for classes. His parents checked on him, and he was dead.
What?
You know,
did he
it's
get?
like, I didn't know you could die like that. He must have been a little bit. No,
a little bitch.
No, because
Such a
you know,
conversation in your
usually-
head just happened right now. Nah, I used to be.
Never mind. I mean, what did he die of?
I don't think it was just a little bitch. Trace.
But you know, if you have diarrhea and whatever, a headache and all, you know, you will just go lay in bed for a while, right? So
Gotta drink water.
You're not thinking you got to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says they discovered significant amounts of a bacteria called Bacillus cereus.
Oh, was it botulism for some reason? I was thinking.
Maybe similar to that. The bacteria just causes diarrhea and vomiting normally, but there are extreme cases where it affects the liver, and that's what he died of, liver failure.
man. I mean, what that?
That's why I don't eat leftovers.
Leftovers are the best.
I can't. I don't know why. I don't know.
Leftovers are fine as long as they're in the refrigerator.
I guess.
The bacteria is best known for causing a type of food poisoning called fried rice syndrome.
Fried rice.
Since rice is sometimes cooked and left to cool at room temperature for a few hours, during that time the bacteria can contaminate it.
So rice? Is it the rice or being fried?
Maybe it's the starch.
I think it's the leaving it on the counter, right?
Debbie Rick says old cooked rice will kill you too.
Yeah.
Fried rice syndrome.
Fried rice syndrome.
She's like, never heard of it.
So yeah, don't eat that. Don't eat. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever died from eating day old pizza.
No.
But that fried rice and pasta will get you, I guess. Well,
What
5 days, that's a lot.
It is a long time.
How is there not
Left on the-
mold
left
starting
on
to
the
grow?
counter.
It probably is. I'm thinking it's
Gross.
moldy.
I don't know.
That's what that.
I
bacteria
do eat. I will leave my. I always every time I cook.
Jeez.
What's going on over
He
here?
couldn't decide what to start that sentence with.
I go ahead and I begin I start.
Are you know how to come back from that?
Sean Ryer says you guys are on fucking
Sean
fire
Ryer?
today. Sean Ryer says Sean Ryer says you guys are on fucking
It
fire
was a
today.
shark, Trace.
Wow, Trace didn't have any shirts today.
I know. I
No
can't
shot.
short. I'm so upset with myself.
Just like it. I mean, it's the ultimate Shark Week choke. It's a choke. You choked, buddy. You choked. Gave you the big stage.
I've been doing fart stretches over here.
I know he was earlier in the show. Get out of here!
I don't work one out.
Give him the Heimlich, Berlin. Give him the Heimlich. Squeeze those farts out of him.
Oh,
I can barely put my arm
I'm too fat.
He's too fat.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I hope she never has to give me a Heimlich. I didn't do anything.
Well, there's a giant chair. I hope
That's true. It's
I
this
think of
big
that
square
sometimes
chair.
at the restaurant. I'm like, if someone really was choking,
Yeah.
don't ask me to do nothing.
Thanks for that information.
I need someone big. I need someone big
It
with
says that
long
you don't-
arms.
I was looking that up. And what people do need to realize is some people don't realize that if you're choking, like my mom was here yesterday and she started choking
Oh
kind
my
of at
God.
the table. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, you
Oh,
know,
Jesus.
and it was like, I had to tell her you can't afterwards. It
Oh,
was
gosh,
something
you're
I
gonna get
think
mad at her for
no,
choking.
it was something that just went
Typical
down.
Donna.
No, it was something that was just going down her
choking
throat.
on your fin.
And I said some people don't realize that choking and like just your food going down is not choking. As long as you can breathe, you're okay. That'll eventually go down. Choking is, if it gets in your windpipe. That's
I feel
choking
like I'm
that
in
has to
kindergarten
come
right
up.
now.
Well, she didn't realize what she was happening to her, and she was kind of freaking out. And it was like, you're not dying. You have.
Did you start the
like, She
Heimlich?
wasn't sure. He was getting up to.
I was like this. I was like this. I was like, I don't want to have to break her ribs. Oh, I hope. I was like,
Don't do that.
Right.
because that's some serious. Because they say you got to do it hard. You got to really do it hard. So that's some serious shit, and I didn't want to do it unless she was really choking.
Yeah. And then after it was done, I was like, so could you breathe? And she was like freaked out so much that she couldn't hardly remember whether she could even breathe or not. And
It
I
is
said, 'cause
crazy.
It may not have been that you were choking. It might have been because she said I was trying
Mom,
to.
you're not even joking.
No,
She
said
lectured
I
her till her
no,
last breath.
I want people to know the difference between if you can't breathe. There's a difference when you need the Heimlich or you just need the food
She's
to go
still
down.
joking.
I don't think she was choking. She was just couldn't get the food to go down. Look at her. I'm gonna punch them both of them.
Don't punch me.
Oh.
Have you ever has anybody ever felt like like gone like, oh fuck, I'm choking?
For like once in the pool when I inhaled a bunch of water, and I was just like.
That was-
half
If you
a second.
inhale water,
They
how do you
say,
get
I mean,
that
they
out?
say like you can drown on this much water.
You're a little bitch.
I can remember it was on the old show and I was eating something in the morning, and that's the only time ever, and I was just like, oh, I'm choking, and I was just like, I didn't want to, I was like, okay. I was like, just calm down.
You just die quietly.
I was like, okay. It's like, I don't want anybody to perform the Heimlich until, I was like, calm down. I was like, you could I was getting a little bit.
Wasting time.
My last breath. And I was like getting a little bit of air. So it's like, just calm down and got it up.
What was that? When was that?
Oh, years ago on the old show.
Oh.
And I was the closest I was to come to going, I'm choking, I was real close. But
Was
other
it
than that,
something in your windpipe?
I think it was. I can't even remember
Yeah.
how I cleared it.
Weston says the first thing you do is ask someone that's choking if you can breathe. Yeah. You need to ask if you can breathe because they don't realize, they think
'Cause
they're choking to death, but they don't realize it's not down their windpipe. It's just down their throat. Honestly, people do. They don't know.
Can you breathe?
This is you're supposed to go.
I can't hear you.
choke
Can you breathe?
They didn't do a very good job of getting the universal symbol for I'm choking
Right.
out there because.
And I did look that up. I looked it up on YouTube, and I think I'd be able to do it now.
Can't you just give him
Because
an
I
uppercut
looked
to
it
the
up.
You
diaphragm?
could.
They say you put your hand in a fist,
It's the
and then you put
diaphragm.
your hand over top of it, and right above their belly button, you do this,
Yeah.
and you push up and in. You up and in. And they said just keep doing that until it comes off. The guy that
Or
was
you
a-
just chew your food.
The guy that was a paramedic that was doing the thing said 98% of the time that works. So
I mean,
that
and you got
because we were like at dinner, we were like, I'm not sure if it works all the time like it shows on TV. That always shows them spitting it up,
Yeah.
but does it always work? A lot of people die from that.
Give him one
He
big
acted
kick to
like
the belly.
If you do that enough, and then they say if you're by yourself,
Yeah.
you can still do it. Because I was trying to tell my mom, I was like, if you ever
Man.
do that by yourself, the one
That's
guy
a
said,
tough one
this
to
one
do it by
paramedic
yourself.
said, you just sit on the ground. They say first call 911. And then just put the phone down. Usually, he said, usually they'll come, but if you're
I think
gonna
you had
pass-
to say that.
But if you're gonna pass out, you're gonna
Yeah.
pass out pretty quickly
Yeah.
if you can't breathe.
Oh God!
So they say call 911 first, and if you just have to put the phone down, they may hear something going on and they'll send someone. But he said sit on your knees on the ground, put your hands up, and just fall onto the ground.
Oh my God!
And that
Face
really,
plant onto the ground.
when he did that, afterwards
Knocked
he got
yourself
up and he
out.
went, honestly, that hurt a lot more than I thought it would. He's like, but it would have done the trick.
Can't you just like?
Or do that, not on the corner.
Berlin's
God,
dead.
she's trying to kill herself.
She
Last-
choked on a hot dog and then just impaled herself on the corner of the table.
But the back of that chair that you're sitting in would do it, Berlin. The back of the chair.
I think the corner of the table would be
No,
more
I don't
efficient.
think
What if I got a baseball bat?
But they say you can do this to yourself, but they say do it like on a table on here.
I think
not
you worry
the
about
edge.
choking too much.
Well,
There's a
you
lot
know,
of
some
info.
people
If
are
you
by
choke
themselves.
them.
You got to know what to do. So
Yeah.
I really did want to look that up. And
They
then
should
I thought,
teach that in school. Why
They
isn't that
should.
taught in school?
They should.
so much more important than the bullshit they're teaching.
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
the only thing they teach you sometimes is they'll show you a clip of CPR
Yeah.
when you're 11. We'd be showing that to 17-year-olds who can actually do something.
Yeah.
But I've seen people giving the Heimlichen on the internet, and you just keep doing it because sometimes they'll do it 6 or 7 times. You're like, you ain't getting that out, and then it eventually comes out.
Yeah. They said just keep doing it until you maybe pass out, but you're gonna die if you don't call 911 first. If you don't get it out, at least you got a chance of them showing up. They said, and if you can get to your door, unlock your door so they don't have to wasting time busting your door down. They said call 911, unlock your door, make yourself seen.
You're not
No
doing
one's
that.
doing
I know.
that.
Someone else said run outside at least, and so that somebody may see you.
Yeah, don't.
But
This
don't
door
panic.
here is always locked. Like, I mean, I'm talking. I can't step out. Like, the second my feet hit the front porch, like I hear the lock behind me.
Don't come back.
I mean, we would have to go outside because they wouldn't be able to. They'd be like, we can't knock their door down because they got 5 dogs right there barking.
You'd
at
wake
us.
up to a bloodbath of dead dogs
Yes.
and a broken door and a EMT.
Yeah.
So the best thing is to try to dislodge it yourself by throwing yourself on a back
I
of a
hope
chair.
I don't choke.
But
Oof.
yeah, you just gotta
Yeah,
push
that- I
your
mean,
lungs.
happens a lot in the movies, but nobody chokes to death, right? Like,
Yeah,
I've never
they
heard
do.
anybody.
People do. If you look on YouTube, there's a lot of videos of people choking in restaurants. and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can find.
Oh, what happened to Billy? Oh, he choked to dedeath. No,
You don't hear
I've
it?
never heard that. Really, I've never known anyone that's
Hot dog took him out.
Cheese-filled hot dog, too.
Choking fatalities. There were around 5,300 choking deaths.
Whatever.
How adult choking deaths is what I want to know.
It said death from choking is more common among the elderly.
Oh. Hear that, Grandma?
Yeah, so watch it. Chew your food up and don't breathe in while you're.
When he said that, I thought it was a threat.
Berlin. It made it seem like she's
Grandma.
going to choke her with a hot dog.
That's the perfect crime. Remember the guy that his wife died when he performing oral sex on him, and he went on trial and everything. I think he got off.
I bet he did.
On that note, oh my! The show's been so good lately. We can't take breaks. The conversation's just too good to stop.
Miss Donna seems really prepared to choke. I did. I looked it up. I watched like 3 or 4 videos on it last night because I was like, I really should know that. And I really always meant to go take a CPR class. I took one when I was
She was gonna say,
like
take a nap.
19,
She was
18 or
take
19.
a CPR class.
And then I never, if you never use it, so you don't really remember everything you're supposed to do.
I mean, there's a thing on the internet. They got this device that you put over somebody's thing and it clears their choking.
Whoa!
It looks like a plumbus. It's like a thing. It's like a plunger. You plunge the thing. That didn't seem to catch on though.
Yeah.
And people would rather give you the Heimlich, I guess. I don't know.
Just nobody wants like a mouth plunger around. Like,
That's the mouth plunger in case you're choking.
And they're like, they have a mouth plunger.
He
What
puts his
they
dick in
use that
there.
for something very weird. They have a mouth plunger. It's just sounds nasty.
Mouth plunger.
Pretty
Just
much
sounds
is.
nasty. Where's that mouth plunger been? All right.
I got your mouth plunger right here.
Yeah. Let me clear that windpipe for
grossest
you.
thing I've ever heard.
All righty. Shark Week continues Thursday morning at 8 with more ClusterF.
Yeah, I gotta work some up.
Will it?
This is the worst Shark Week ever.
I've never. This is the first show I've ever done in 4 to 5 years without a fart. Like
During
Shark
first
Week.
ever Shark Week.
Disgraceful.
You got 30 seconds.
I'm not farting. It's just not happening.
Come on, work it out.
I'll poop my pants, but
Get out.